Caliente Cantina chicken from Taco Bell. At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Contact store for availability.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver five-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan, we are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
My favorite's when we're going to break, and we're not there yet, but I'm talking, and Chuck knows we're going to break, and he just disengages, sits back from his mic, takes his headset off, and I'm still talking.
Yeah, I need to stop doing that.
And he's on his phone.
That's not true. That is not true.
Like, I know you're rapping. I know you're about to land this plane, and I didn't care about your point to begin with, but I wish you to hurry up.
Hey, listen.
I'm indicative of the entire audience right now, Bo. Shut up.
I got to quit doing that.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night, love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I wish everyone was a servant leader like Bart. I'm having one of these mornings. I'm not going to lie to you. I left my phone at home. I spilled my coffee. Might have uttered a profanity or three.
What?
And
Might have.
Bart, and the bottom line was I didn't have any coffee.
Wow.
Because I spilled it all over the place.
Or your
and
phone.
Bart brings me a cup of coffee. So thank you, Bart.
So Shotgun Scramble 602 this morning.
I know.
Here
We
in
got
the
our hats
studio.
on. We got our team hats on.
We keep threatening to show behind the scenes live on the stream. It's going to happen someday. We're all going to get fired for it by everyone involved with the show. And this is quite a scramble. It's still happening. There goes Bart again. Yeah. There's just like total chaos.
It's mayhem around here. It really is.
Behind the scenes. Chuck is getting ready for this fishing expedition that he's headed on immediately after the show. He's got everything down to if he gets bit by a snake packed in his car.
I've got everything packed. I am ready. I actually double checked this morning to make sure I had certain things in the car. Mm-hmm. And then I walk out and leave my phone on the coffee table.
Right there next to the dude wipes on the back of the toilet is Chuck's phone.
Well, it's not in the bathroom this morning. I know exactly where it is because I sat it down with the thought,
I'm not going to forget this.
Yes. And here I am. And then I spilled my coffee. And that's when the cussing started.
Yeah.
You know? That's.
Well, this isn't my morning.
That's when it kicked in.
Yeah, this isn't my morning.
Yeah.
But hopefully tomorrow will be.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
I
We'll
hope
just be
so
holding
too.
those big fish. Meanwhile, Bart is a cross between, I don't know.
He's ready to tee off at the Masters now.
He's a cross between Larry Bird, Rory McIlroy,
Larry Bird,
Jim Nantz. Well, I'm looking at the sneakers. I'm looking at the sneakers.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, if they had those when Larry Bird played, that's what he would have worn.
Those ever come back
instead of the Converse.
Here's the thing.
The green and white Nike, the white with the green swoosh
Oh
Nike.
yeah. It's old school. You are Masters ready.
Come on now.
I'm just telling you.
I'm always amazed at the color coordination of Bart.
By the way, thanks to Walk-Ons for these Masters hats
They're
that we have
sweet.
on. They got some cool stuff at Walk-Ons for the Masters, including dressed like caddies. I did my best caddy dress today.
Oh.
I got a white shirt on with the green hat.
Does it say Mattingly on the back?
No, but I'm going to that place down the street that does that stuff.
Yeah,
after the show.
Have the full suit,
I'm gonna get
pants, and everything.
The square patch or the rectangle patch
Wear it
that
every
goes
day.
on your back. But Bart looks like, he's got a PJ coming here, at like 9 to pick him up.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's going to go to Drake, hop on a private jet, go to Augusta. He'll be back for the show tomorrow with him and Grant Hall. He'll be down there.
Grant's gone like 80 years in a row.
I was told yesterday, Bart's got to go. He's got to get there in time to be on halftime with Phil and Matt to do a report with Grant Hall from the press room
Wow.
at Augusta.
That's going to be big.
It's going to be commentary. It's going to,
You know, the only time I've ever gone to the Masters, I did run into
well,
Grant Hall.
Grant Hall's gone for 50 years.
Not like, and it was completely like I was just standing there minding my own business, and all of a sudden somebody comes up and taps me on the shoulder, and it's Grant Hall
I mean,
on the 4th tee.
I got to be honest. I was listening to Phil yesterday, and I'm going somewhere, and I got the show on, and I'm listening to him, and he's talking about Grant Hall, and he's going to be in Augusta. He's going to be on their show today. And for a moment, I was jealous. I'm like, well, we should have him on first. We should have Grant on from Augusta this morning. And then I thought, I got a better idea. Let's have Daly on from Hooters. John Daly in a tradition unlike any other is John Daly's bus in the Hooters parking lot every year for the Masters.
I think every Hooters in America pretty much is closed down except for that one. I mean, that one's like wide open.
Well, I think there's one.
Daly keeps
there's
it up.
one.
That's what I mean.
Downtown Atlanta. It's still
All right.
going.
Okay.
I think there's one down there.
Okay.
When we used to go to the SEC tournament and other, what other events did we go to there?
Sometimes they had media days there.
Yeah, it's SEC tournament. I think it's
SEC
basketball.
tournament
Yeah,
mostly.
we'd stay at that Marriott Marquis or whatever. And back when, all the Democrat Gazette guys were going strong, the old crew, Bob Holt, Scott Kane, Wally Hall, and Wally wanted to go to Hooters.
Well, he was out of town.
And we go to,
He
loved the wings.
you got to live it up when you're out of town.
Back when all the
Great
media,
wing.
when all the media liked each other and traveled together. Where are we going tonight? It was always a Mexican restaurant or Hooters.
It's like professional wrestling
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah.
You would blast one another, and then you'd go out to eat. Now we just
I'd be
blast
on the
one
road
another.
with these guys, and they'd want to go to a Mexican restaurant. I said, we have 30 in Northwest
I know.
Arkansas, and that was 15
Better than
years
these.
ago.
Better than these.
Yeah, better than ones here. And anyhow, I digress. But, I mean, what else is new? That's what we do on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good
I
morning.
will say, the first time I went to a PGA event, I was struck by the bright colors that the golfers wear. And I see Bart. I mean, you could be on the first tee box right now at Augusta National with all the other old guys who are about to tee off, and you would fit right in. I mean, you really would.
With the old guys?
No, well, I mean, just, the look, the whole thing. Well, you're not as young as you think, pal. But, I mean,
I'm not Jack Nicklaus struggling to put the ball in the ground.
But it is starting to slip away. Don't kid yourself. But what my point is you've got the look. You've got the Augusta National look working
The Augusta
today.
National. Augusta.
Augusta.
It all of Augusta.
Just
By the
give me
way,
a pimento
Edward is just fighting the establishment today. Look
He
at him.
is.
And he's like repping Hogs Plus. He's got a
Yeah.
vintage Razorback hat on.
Yeah.
And he's like, what are you guys doing? With you got the Masters, okay? Let's not get carried away. By the way, you've got an actual Masters hat over there.
Yeah, it's
so
what
if you
I
wanna,
wore in this
if you want to
morning.
switch to that, I do have a question. What is the blue? What is going on here with the blue? Did you just do it because
Just
it's
to
got
stand out.
the Masters logo on it? Because
I liked it.
you
When
are
I- when I was
normally
there-
very color coordinated,
when
and
I
that's
was
throwing
there,
me off today.
When I was at Augusta, I just saw this and liked it and bought it.
So today you just decided to force it into the outfit.
Well, light blue has become almost a neutral color. I mean, it really has. I mean, people wear it with
I've got-
everything.
Yeah,
now.
I've
You
got
see
the dark
uniforms,
blue
all this stuff.
pants and the
Yeah.
light blue. I mean, I've got the green and white.
No,
Augusta shirt.
Oh my God! Holy cow! You're nuts.
I do not. No, I don't want to see if you're wearing Augusta underwear. No, I don't want to see
We're
that.
not. No, we're not going to
No.
do that.
No, I
That
don't.
looks good though. You've you got it going today.
Nobody that I know does a holiday or an event with an outfit quite like Bart does.
No, you're right.
I mean,
You're
look,
right.
we get up early. It's a 6 a.m. start here.
I wear the same thing every day.
and you and I have like Jay Leno outfits.
I know,
we wear
that's
in here.
right.
Yeah, and Bart, I mean, he either started putting this together before he went to bed last night, or he got up at like 3 to just get the outfit together.
Do you lay your clothes out?
Do you have? Is your walk-in closet? Is it like outfit coordinated for events and holidays?
No,
It's not
Like
pre-organized.
Christmas and
No.
Thanksgiving. And
I mean it's color coordinated.
St. Patrick's Day, and I mean, I'm just telling you, it's remarkable. I've been watching this for 15 plus years.
It's new to me, and I marvel at it.
And you just stroll in, and it's like if I had totally forgotten today was the Masters, the start of the Masters, like you would walk in, and I would immediately be reminded.
I did kind of forget
today's
about
St. Patrick's Day, or whatever day it is. It's like, oh yeah, look at Bart. Of course it is. You live life to the fullest, pal. You've got a life.
I don't know about
you've
that.
You've got such a just joy about you
Well,
that we all just marvel at.
And then there's Edward.
And then occasionally you'll just check somebody's bleep live on the air.
Yeah,
while
you
the
had
kids
people
go
listening to the
away.
radio yesterday.
yeah, well,
You had
sometimes-
people listening to the radio all day.
Sometimes you got to put people in check.
Yeah.
I'm just
Right
saying,
into
you
the
were a
boards.
one-man promotional machine
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah. ESPN Arkansas.
It was incredible.
Thanks you.
It was
All
incredible.
of ESPN Arkansas.
All the
thanks you.
day parts just hammered it yesterday.
Oh, you just set it up. You set the bar. You raised the bar. Flight by Yingling. You raised the bar.
You really
You
did.
raised the glass, and we all just sat around and watched it unfold. And here we are the next day.
You just got to try to elevate.
What are we going to do today?
Everything
Yeah.
you touch.
What are you-
Elevate everything
Yeah.
you touch.
So whose guts are you going to rip out today? I mean, there's a lot of week left. Today and tomorrow.
By the way, tomorrow's going to be a best of show since Chuck's not going to be here. I've had Edward working to cover the 3 hours. I wasn't going to tell you this, but I think I'm just going to sleep in.
Well,
tomorrow.
I don't blame you.
You're going to
I
go fishing, and
it's either you're going to sleep in or I'm going to get ripped tomorrow in much the same fashion that everybody else got ripped yesterday.
Who do you like less, Chuck or Bo?
Yeah.
That's going to be a poll question
There we
tomorrow.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll carry 3 hours.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Ty Richardson broke news yesterday.
I heard that.
Yeah. It was his first apparent experience with breaking news. He was in,
Well,
he
you
was
gotta have
out,
some
he was
music,
in, he was
gotta have
out.
some music.
Yeah, he was in.
Never apologize for breaking news.
Yeah, it was great. And Nick Pringle apparently is going to be the first new Razorback out of the transfer portal.
According to the report.
That he wasn't sure if it was a report, but he said it was highly sourced. But then he said, I'm not saying it's going to happen.
But it is highly sourced.
But it is going to be the first one, I think, because that's what I heard from a highly sourced source.
Okay.
So I
It
am
could
waiting.
happen. I mean, the
I
guys
am
played
waiting
it like
for-
2 other SEC schools.
Yeah,
I guess
waiting.
it could happen.
I am waiting for that first sort of portal hit.
Yeah, you hear about him. And there's another big man that some people are talking about. And, of course, the kid from that I guess was originally from Ashdown, the guard. People are talking about him. So I'm not sure. Obviously, they're working it. But where they stand in terms of who's first or who's next or who's last, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, anyhow, it's going to be a flurry of activity.
I
at
would
some point.
imagine it will be. These things tend to happen in bunches, and I would imagine that it will.
Cal recorded a video yesterday.
I
for
heard that.
fans. He released it from his office. We'll get into that next. We got all kinds of things to get into.
Many things.
There's a giant roll of paper towels over there.
Yeah, it's from my coughing. It's from the spillage.
I just wish that sometimes people could come and just view what happens here. I mean, it is. It's just. I marvel at just the.
Okay, that's like the 7th time you guys have used the word marvel or marveling in this opening segment.
That's the first time.
That's a fair
I think,
criticism.
is that the first
So
time I've
it's-
used it or the second?
I used it. I used marvel.
Yeah.
Did I use marveling?
Yeah, you've used both.
Have I really?
Yes.
Oh, it's
Okay.
marvelous. I'll say that.
Okay, that's
I will say
that's at least 6.
Well,
That's a good pickup. There's nothing worse than somebody like today's word is marvel.
Yeah.
what do they say when you walk into the convenience store in that outfit?
Nothing. Not a thing.
By the way, I stopped and got a Diet Coke this morning at the Circle K. Whew, my head was on a swivel. There were some interesting people that were rolling in there.
Guys that had just gotten in, or guys that were just getting up.
They were on a different level than I was. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they were ready to start the day.
I was like,
How many days do you think they'd been up?
and how many do they have left? Yeah. I don't know, but there was a lot
Tough
of
scene.
big eyes and smiles out the car windows at me. And I don't think they knew me at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a common
I
reaction.
was trying not to look, but man. All right, well, you got to get your taxes done, and H&R Block can help you do it. It's not too late. In fact, you got to April 15th. I don't know, you might need to file an extension. But at H&R Block, they can help you figure all that out. You can walk in, make an appointment, whatever you need to do. They'll get you taken care of, get you squared away. 70 years of tax prep expertise going to work for you at H&R Block. The Masters begins today. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning. We're a little bit over our head here, but we're doing the best we can. We're doing the best we can.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I'm Dr. Scotty Bolding, a native Arkansan oral and maxillofacial surgeon. One of my goals is to make Arkansans healthier.
If you have sleep disorder breathing, it's important to treat it properly. The standard treatment's a breathing machine called CPAP. It helps you breathe during the night. However, there are other options thanks to some truly innovative and proven technologies.
Sleep is probably God's gift of medicine that we really don't utilize enough. If you have obstructive sleep apnea, it needs to be treated. So you need to be wearing your CPAP. So if you're not wearing your CPAP, there are some potential surgical solutions that can help you that actually work today. By correcting the jaw deformities that may be causing this obstructive sleep apnea is where we focus.
Dr. Bolding at Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine works carefully with your sleep physician, determines where the underlying obstruction may be, and provides surgical solutions that open the airway, allowing you to breathe better.
Hey, give us a call, 479-755-3000, or log on to our website, precedent.com, Precedent. We'd love to help.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Bo, when your show went off a few years ago, it was like I've been lost ever since then. And I just really appreciate your show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It's a tough time. Injured, and it was not your fault. Hurts in the pocketbook, too. Who do you turn to? Don't call a lawyer and find they're out of state or talk with someone at a call center. Call us at the Brad Hendricks Law Firm and talk to a real Arkansas lawyer directly. And remember, the only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. We'll work hard for you. Have for over 30 years. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
Hey, Ty Richardson, we're at Wheeler Power Sports in downtown Fort Smith. Ethan, you guys have a massive event coming up May 2nd and May the 3rd.
We will have the Kawasaki Good Times demo truck here for Kawasaki demo rides, games, and prizes. Rollin' Smoke Barbecue food truck will also be here, and on that Friday, Ruskin and Zach will report live from the event. That is the Steel Horse Rally Weekend. See our Facebook page for all the details and updates.
That's Wheeler Power Sports, 901 North 11th Street in downtown Fort Smith, keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted Best Garage Door Company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Hey, Ty Richardson for A Cut Above Lawn and Landscaping. They service commercial and residential lawns for weed management and fertilization for a lush, healthy lawn. Need bush hogging? They do that too. A Cut Above also offers tree and limb removal. Don't forget hauling and dumpster rental as well. More than just a mowing service, they're A Cut Above. Call or text today at 479-719-5605. Lawn, landscaping, power washing, stump grinding, leaf removal, mulching, flea tick, and mosquito control. 719-5605.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Good morning, sir. Anybody that says sleep's overrated is not 66 years old, I'm going to tell you right now.
Boy, you're not lying.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
We should probably mention that Nico Echevarria won the par 3 at the Masters yesterday. Former Razorback, for those who do not know, won the par 3. Pretty
so
impressive.
he's in the field?
Well, he was already in the field. And
Well, no, I'm saying, I guess you have to be in the field.
Yeah. So he played in the par 3 and won it. Now, nobody that's ever won the par 3s won the Masters, but he did win the par 3 tournament.
Well, I mean,
he gets a nice piece of crystal for that.
Is that what you get?
Yeah.
There's no money involved, just a nice piece of crystal.
I don't know if there's money involved or not, but I do know he gets a nice piece of crystal.
Well, it's a nice
well,
memory.
yeah.
It's a beautiful memory.
It's,
I mean, I would.
Well, part of the
I would take
Masters
that.
traditions winning, is the par 3.
Yeah, absolutely. And the idea that just because nobody's ever won that, and then won the Masters wouldn't stop me from trying to win that.
Well, they can't take away the par 3 championship from you, no matter what happens.
And also, there's always the chance you could be the first.
Well, that's true. That is true.
What are his odds to win the Masters?
Give me just
no,
a second.
that might take a while.
No, it
We'll have Zach Gilliam on later.
really won't. It won't
Really?
take too long.
Not for a guy like
Favorite,
Bart.
Rory McIlroy.
That's right.
Oaklawn Sports.
Plus 500 now. Co-favorite with Scotty Scheffler.
Plus 500.
Yep.
Well, updated
Just-
odds.
Oh,
Just
it's not
updated.
plus 440
Just
anymore. huh?
updated.
Yeah.
Moments ago.
Wow, there you go. What time?
Nico is plus 35,000
Wow.
to win the Masters.
Let me write that down.
Put a couple bucks down on that.
Yeah, I'm going to do that in the next break.
350 to 1.
Okay. I mean, why not?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Why not? Bart, what are you doing for the Masters today?
You having a party?
Are you
having a cookout?
Are you going to watch in your
What do
garage?
you do?
Are you going to open the garage door and like get out there,
Do you putt
a little
while
bit
you
on
watch
your-
it? Do you putt while
Not,
you watch
not
it?
typically, no. I do have a little garage, like,
Of
hangout
course you do. Yeah.
bar area.
I want to see this.
Perfectly adorned, I'm sure.
Have you posted it on
Themed?
social?
Themed?
No. It's not completely finished yet. It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
But
do you have a little putting thing there?
no. But I am planning on getting some like AstroTurf in there that you get at like the hardware store.
That'll be nice.
And you can lay that down and cut some holes in it. Yeah.
Sweet.
So it's hard to believe it's Thursday already. The
It
Masters
is.
is here. The
I
National
know.
Championship seems like a week ago.
It does.
The Houston-Florida game. Florida wins.
We were talking about chokers on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah. Well, what's choking? What's not choking? Here's what it sounded like, by the way, on Monday on the Spanish
This is
call
awesome.
of Florida winning the national championship.
This is to all Arkansas.
That is not
remarkably like John Calipari. it's uncanny.
Cinco. Ahora está Chat. ¡Ay, ay, ay! Caminón no puede tocar la pelota. Y la va a recuperar, la va a robar Condor. Y todo ha terminado. Houston, you have a problem.
Oh, my gosh. That's great.
I was about to ask Chuck how much of that he understood, and then we got to the end.
Well,
That
I
is
understood
awesome.
that. I understood that.
Yeah, one more time. That's awesome.
Cinco. Ahora está Chat. ¡Ay, ay, ay! Caminón no puede tocar la pelota. Y la va a recuperar, la va a robar Condor. Y todo ha terminado. Houston, you have a problem.
There's it's all over in there right before.
Oh, good. Well, okay, give us some more. I got Cinco. All right.
Yeah,
Cinco. Ahora
I got
está
the ay,
Chat.
ay, ay.
¡Ay, ay, ay! Caminón no puede tocar la pelota. Y la va a recuperar,
Basically
la va a
lost the
robar
ball.
Condor. Y todo ha terminado.
It's all over.
Houston, you have a problem.
Houston, you have a problem.
Say that in Spanish. Say Houston, you have a problem in Spanish.
Houston, ¿quieres su problema?
No.
It sounded very confident.
No.
A little bit hesitant there.
Tienes un problema, Houston.
Okay.
Okay.
It took me a second.
That's pretty good. You are wow.
You really are.
You really just have.
It's incredible.
You really have a vast array of just talent. It's not talent. It's I don't know, well-rounded. What would you say, Chuck? The most interesting man in the world.
Well,
type stuff.
he is. He's in the running.
He's a Dos Equis guy.
When Miguel Angel Jimenez goes, Bart will become the most interesting man in the world.
Right. Do you smoke cigars? Do you stretch? You do stretch
on occasion. Yeah.
I got something for you, by the way. I got an email here from the University of Arkansas.
I know what that is. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think I'm gonna take part.
If you're on their email list, you probably got it too. Yeah. Chuck, April 19th is a spring game.
I know it is.
Are you calling it?
I am.
Okay, you're doing the game. Fans are invited to kick the morning off with sunrise yoga.
Oh, I didn't know
from 9
that.
to 10.
Is Bart the instructor?
On the Razorback football outdoor practice field. So if you like yoga and you want to meet Bart, April 19th, 9 a.m. Razorback practice field, you could do yoga with Bart.
No, I don't think so.
On the 10-yard line.
We'll have the cutout.
Maybe in the end zone.
We'll have the cutout right outside the gate so you'll know where to go in.
Yeah.
And Bart will be there.
I wonder what I want to see that sight.
Well, you can bet he'll be properly attired.
I want to see that.
You can
scene.
bet on that.
Now, before that, on April 12th, what's today? The 10th?
Yeah, that's Saturday.
This Saturday, thank you. This Saturday, fastest kid in Fayetteville, Chuck. Is your kid the fastest kid in Fayetteville?
Wow.
Test their speed on the John McDonnell Outdoor Track and Field on Saturday, April 12th at 3 p.m. during the Arkansas Spring Track Meet.
You going to take part in that, Bart?
No, certainly not.
You know, I'm amazed.
Children 6 to 12. And then I realized I don't have any kids that age group anymore.
There will be more kids out there tearing around that track. I mean, when they have run the bases day at a baseball game, it's like it's just pandemonium out there.
That's awesome.
They love
it's fun.
They love it.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Well, you get to go get on the actual field, run the bases,
tire them out.
I'd like to see you guys do that.
Run the bases?
Yeah, start there. Let's see if any of us can make it around.
Time it.
All
Get
the
your
way
stopwatch out.
30 minutes later, after a lunch break at second base. So
somebody.
Who here would win on this crew right here? Who would win the 100-meter dash?
Out of us four?
Yeah.
Oh, me without a doubt.
Yeah. Edward. You're the youngest. Who would win between
Bart?
You serious?
You fired up the competitive juices in Bart. Are we gonna have a race?
I will.
We can go out in the parking lot right now.
Well, you can run between the cones out there on College Avenue.
We'll string a mic cord out this window right here, and you guys just race from one end of the parking lot to the
I'll
other.
seriously race.
We'll call that.
Yeah, I think you should race.
Name your spot, Bart.
Yeah.
Out in the parking lot. That would be so
Place
fun.
and time.
Great American Cookie Company.
Yeah, that would be so fun.
Well, and then whoever wins between you takes on the afternoon guys.
Well,
yeah.
Well, I mean,
the winner advances.
Well, that's not a fair fight.
Yeah. By the way, did you know? What if I told you? God. What if I told you that whole dust up yesterday was all instigated and started by fake Bart?
I think that's actually what happened.
Could be.
I think fake Bart
could be
is stirring up a bunch of you know what.
You know what though? I stand by every single word I said.
Well, I mean we know that, but
because
you said it so emphatically.
That type of stuff has happened before on that show, and
I think there's a fake Bart that is stirring up trouble, and that's.
That's so funny.
That's my take.
It's so funny.
I mean, I'm deadly serious.
I want to meet fake Bart.
Deathly
Evil Bart.
serious.
I want to meet fake
Bart,
Bart.
Bart's alter ego.
Yeah. What if it's Tommy Kraft? What if Tommy Kraft is fake
That
Bart?
would be the ultimate station promotion.
Jedi. It'd be a Jedi.
That's like the puppet
move.
master.
Yeah.
You know, back behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I'm just pulling all the strings.
Yeah.
And
well, that's what he does. You know, like
fake Bart.
yeah, he's back there just chuckling.
Fake Bart is the problem, though.
Yeah.
It led to that
All that.
outburst yesterday.
All that. And that's what happens on social media. You know, somebody's pulling all the strings. We're all reacting.
Well, there's a lot of truth to that.
I know. I got real quiet in here, but
damn.
Sorry, that was a little deep. Sorry. Oh, it's true, though. It's true. All right, good morning. Glad you're here.
Hey, what time do the old guys tee off? At the Masters?
Here shortly, I believe.
When do we have the ceremonial tee off when the old guys try to not fall?
Can I talk about this when we come back?
Yeah.
Sure. Let's take a break. I got a question about it.
It looks like it just happened.
Sweet.
Everybody okay?
I have
Nobody
not seen
fell?
any reports of any demises.
No broken hips? That's what I'd be worried about.
First Security Bank is the official bank of the Chuck and Bo Show. Convenient locations all over Arkansas to help you bank better. Great Arkansas people helping Arkansans every day. FSbank.com online. First Security Bank, member FDIC. 6:31. It's Thursday. The Masters begins today. Good morning.
DJ Chuck.
I did that for a while.
DJ Chuck. Well, I'm talking about like at a club.
You're assuming I've not done that.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
You know the sound, you know the place, and you know the time of year that means live racing at Oaklawn is coming. If your Oaklawn is playing favorites, letting it ride on long shots, or just soaking up the vibes of race day, it's time to make your plans and discover your Oaklawn. Live racing starts Friday, December 6th. Reserve seats, rooms in our hotel, or a spot in your favorite Oaklawn restaurant at oaklawn.com.
This is my Oaklawn.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
And I listen in every day. Everybody know that. I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
Good.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I tell you what, I know this. Got a lot of guys with some big hearts. For 3 hours or however long, maybe 4 hours, we're the best team in the country today. And it's offense, defense, and special teams. It's some guys like Darren McFadden, baby. Y'all better put him in the Heisman. You better put him up there. I'm tired of him being number 4.
We got that wood right here, baby.
Somebody better look at this guy. He's the best football player in the country, and his name's not being mentioned. Lou Holtz, Mark May, number 5. You better look at him a little closer. He's a football player.
ESPN 95.3 and hithatline.com.
Hey, Ty Richardson at my favorite place, Papa's Pub and Pizzeria, 508 Garrison Avenue. And Cricket, we always talk about specials. You know Thursday is my personal favorite night. We're here every Thursday. Bucket special, hard to beat.
You gotta love the bucket special. I mean, you come in, you can get 5 domestic bottles in a bucket for $15, and then you get to hang out at Papa's. It's a great deal.
Papa's Pub and Pizzeria, the best darn pizza in Fort Smith, perhaps the world. Cricket, what do you think about Papa's Pub and Pizzeria?
I think it's the best darn pizza in Fort Smith and perhaps the world.
Budweiser, the American lager. A time-honored recipe, true to our original process, brewed using the choicest hops, rice, and best barley malt, delivering great quality beer since 1876. Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It's Ty Richardson with owner and operator Cecil Gardner with Jazzco Graphics, now 17 years in the industry.
What all y'all service here at Jazzco?
We do food trucks, cars. We do custom banners, signs for big and small businesses. We do logos, stickers, you name it, we just about do it all right here at Jazzco. Jazzco Graphics Design, 2415 Midland. It's on the corner of Midland and Kelly. Jazzco Graphics, the one-stop shop.
Hey, this is Dr. Cole Johnson at River Valley Smile Center. You hear my partner, Dr. Charles Liggett, at 12:15 on halftime every Monday. Dr. Liggett and I have worked at River Valley Smile Center together for 11 years now. Like the Hogs, we have a great team. Do you have a unique dental procedure, a complex dental problem, or are you just nervous about dental work? Come see me for sedation dentistry, implants, implant-supported dentures, as well as cosmetic dentistry. We are located at 8309 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith at the River Valley Smile Center. Check us out online at rivervalleysmiles.com or call 479-646-0706.
Road Chevrolet and the Van Buren Boys and Girls Club are teaming up to make this Saturday a day to remember. Starting at 10, be there for cornhole games. You can shoot hoops. Plus, come by and see former Van Buren and Razorback standout Matt Jones. Be there as Road Chevrolet launches sales tax paid on select 2024 and 25 models, plus a chance to win $500 off any vehicle purchased. With every vehicle sold, Rhodes is donating a portion of the proceeds to the Van Buren Boys and Girls Club. Road Chevrolet this Saturday, 10 a.m. for fun, games, hot dogs, and big savings. 2800 Alma Highway, Van Buren. Road Chevrolet. See dealer for details.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
I know we're always on the go, heading to Fayetteville, Little Rock, Oklahoma City, and you need a place to fill up. But not just for gas. I need snacks, drinks, and a restroom that doesn't make me throw up. That's why my new favorite pit stop is Jam Mart number 10, located at 6201 Grand Avenue on the way out of town. I can't stop by without getting something from their hot box or a fresh-made burger. That's Jam Mart number 10, located at 6201 Grand Avenue in Fort Smith.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3. For me, this was as rewarding a year as I've had in all my years. Now, I've had teams that were better and finished better and national champions and all that stuff. This was a different reward. Different reward.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
So that happened.
Yeah, it did.
Was, and they're getting coffee.
It did. We were like 2 minutes into the break, and Bart and I were watching the old guys tee off at Augusta, and Edward looks over and goes, I really will race you.
Jack Nicklaus is struggling to tee his ball up, and Edward's like, I really will race you.
Yeah.
Okay,
we can go out in the parking lot and race right now if you want.
Yeah.
Kick your ass.
We're going to turn.
That's right.
I mean, this is what he said.
I don't think you need the sweat no edge, Edward. I think your tee's good.
Come on.
I think it's going strong. And
I got like 15 years on there.
He's firing on all cylinders. You want to feel like Edward again? Get the sweat no edge.
That's right.
Somebody said race, and Edward's like, his antenna just went up. Yeah, I'll race you. I'll race you.
Exciting.
You want to arm wrestle? Hell yeah.
Let's
yeah, brother.
Let's just wrestle.
Yeah.
Just get down on the floor and wrestle.
What else do you want me to do?
I don't know about that.
That's right. Once you get that, testosterone rolling, man.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, you just, it's like you lit a fire.
Bart, I will
like,
not wrestle you.
That is so funny.
Edward's chest's out a little bit. He's kind of working his lats. I mean, it won't shock me at all. He does 100 push-ups in the next break.
He's going to show up at the track and burn all these little 12-year-old kids. Edward's going to be out there racing them.
He's going to be stretching his quads. He's grabbing his leg and pulling it behind him. Doing soldier kicks. Then he takes his sweats off, and Bart's just kind of standing there, like moving his neck around. Oh, this is going to be great.
It's going to be awesome.
This is going to be awesome. I can see the television coverage now. Who wants to carry it live? KNWA will give you the first shot.
We're going to have a live stream.
Yeah.
Forget
it. Forget it. It's going to be paid on Hogs Plus.
Well, it's got to be
Pay-per-view,
You don't get to
pay-per-view.
watch something like that.
We could do like
Yeah.
a full contest of different
It's for charity.
activities.
It's for charity. And then leading up to the event,
Three-point shooting
Edward's going to
contest.
agree to wear like a 50-pound vest to make it even.
I'll strap my baby to my chest. He can come with.
And I'm going to push Cal's dog in the stroller in front of me.
Right. I'm going to teach my kid how to dominate somebody else right here in the bar. This is how you dominate somebody else.
And I'm going to give you a head start.
Watch and learn, son.
Oh, wow. That is really something.
That's good.
So what do we think about the old guys in the ceremonial first shot?
I think it's a nice tradition.
Bart's against it. Bart's
I
against
think it's
it.
a nice tradition. I do think when you have to pull the squat to get your tee in the ground, then it's probably time for you to not be a part
Bart
of that.
thinks once you're 60, you go to the nursing home. I mean, that's basically just put them out to pasture.
That's not true.
I mean, come on. These
not
gues
true.
are out there hitting
Gary
a golf
Player's
ball.
out there
There are
kicking his
people
leg
watching.
up.
There are people watching. I mean, they're out there.
I don't know why they make them tee it up.
That's how you start. You tee the ball up.
Well, like somebody else could tee it up.
Jack Nicklaus hit it like every other old man in Florida, straight right down the middle, about 110 yards, and that's how they play.
I just don't know how I feel about it.
I'm all for
You
it.
like it?
But yeah, I like it as a tradition.
He says begrudgingly.
No, I do like it.
I'm teasing.
I do like it. It's just it pains
Don't
me.
turn
to
on
see,
me, Bart.
Don't
turn on me. I've seen your venom. I felt it.
No.
Does it
Would not.
continue?
Who's just
next?
what continue?
No, they don't hit a second shot. They don't play the whole hole. That would be disastrous.
Now I want that, and I want to gamble on it.
The first
there we
hole.
go.
Who wins the first hole?
Will Jack Nicklaus break par?
Yeah.
There we go. Jack Nicklaus, Gary Player, Tom Watson, one hole.
Yeah.
For $1
wins?
million.
Who wins?
We got
Tom
the legends.
Watson.
Yeah,
We
I'm
got the
Tom
legends
Watson.
that do the what do we call it?
It's just the ceremonial first tee shot.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think.
Well, so once they're no longer doing it, for lack of a better way of saying it, is it going to continue? Like,
well, yeah,
who's next?
because they replaced
There'll be
Arnie.
another group of
They
old
replaced
guys.
Arnie with Tom Watson.
I know, but like, who's next?
One of these days, Tiger will do it.
Yeah. Phil
At some point.
Maybe.
If the
Maybe
money's
Phil.
right.
Tiger can't do it
If the
now.
money's right.
Well,
Tiger can't do it now. I mean, but like seriously, I
Arnold
wonder who's
Palmer's
next.
done it before.
I
well,
wonder
he
who
was
they're
the
gonna
guy
run.
who did it before he passed away,
Yeah.
and then Tom Watson took his place.
These guys will do it until they can't.
Bernhard Longer
think-
might be one of the guys.
I think
Bernhard Lerner might win the
Yeah,
tournament.
I'm sure they'll pick somebody, but they're not going to be like the guys that you originally had.
Well, no, because
now
I think
these guys
there's-
have
I think
not
there's
done
a-
it since the
I think
beginning
there-
of time.
I
There
think
were
there's a-
people before them. You know.
Yeah, like Sam Snead.
Sam
or,
Snead. You know.
But I mean, what,
Bobby
but-
Jones.
well, yeah,
You know.
that's true.
Nick Faldo's probably a guy who will do it. I mean, he's
That'd
won
be
there
Sir
3
Nick
times.
Faldo.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm not old enough
Sir
to
Nick.
remember that.
Fred Couples. Somebody put Freddie Couples. He'll.
Ben Hogan did Ben.
Yeah. I'm sure he did.
when you were a kid.
Yeah, he did.
Ben Hogan. Did
I
it.
can remember as a
Did Ben
child.
Hogan win the Masters?
I don't know if he did or
Sam
not. To be
Snead.
honest with you.
Yeah. Brent is in Cersei. Brent, good morning. You're on the
He's
Chuck and Bo
geared
Show.
up for the- Man, he's the hell with this master stuff. Golf talk.
What
He
time,
did win it once.
What time's the first tee time? Are we underway? Or does this happen and then they take a while to get everybody out of there? And
No, I mean
wheel
it's
them all.
usually
Bart-
pretty quick.
Bart's like, get him out of here. Let's
no,
get the
they
other
should be
guys out of
underway.
here.
Davis Riley and Patton Kazire, the first two guys off.
Well, that ought to have him like fired up
Yeah,
on the first tee box. A couple of superstars like that.
Yeah. Well, they kind of let some of these guys get out there, and then they'll throw some of the big names out.
Tiger's not playing, right?
No, he's not. He tore his Achilles.
He was not at the Masters dinner either. He was not at the.
No, he was not. I was kind of surprised by
Yeah,
that.
I don't know if he had a previous engagement
I thought he'd
or
show
what.
up for that.
did you guys get like a guest list and noticed who
I
wasn't
saw
on
the
there?
picture on
Yeah, they post
Facebook.
the picture. Phil looks Phil looks like he's seen some things. Like it's always fun to look at
Is
this
Phil
photo.
allowed back at the?
Yeah, he's playing. He's playing.
How is Phil?
Well, he looked in this photo like he's seen some things. I'm gonna
He's
have
been
to,
hanging out with Aaron Rodgers. I mean, when I look at
it
Phil
look-
Mickelson,
it
I'm
looks-
like, has he
it
been
doesn't
hanging
look-
out
it
with
doesn't
Aaron
look
Rodgers?
great.
I mean, he looks
I'm
kind
gonna
of
see if I
rough.
can- I'm gonna see if I
He
can
looks
find
rough.
this. Yeah,
he's lost a lot of weight. I don't know if
But
he's
it
on the
doesn't-
shot or what, but he's lost a lot of weight.
It doesn't look
And his body, you know how when you drop a mega amount of
Yeah.
weight, your body's kind of got your skin, got to catch up.
Right.
And
I'm trying to find this.
he looks like one of those guys you saw at the convenience store at 6:00 this morning. He does.
Literally.
He does.
Literally.
Wow. I don't know. I don't know what to do with all that. That's really.
Well, you don't pay attention the way people like
No.
Bart and I do.
No, I need to be on Facebook more. Yeah.
I don't think Greg Norman's coming back. I don't think they're going to have Greg Norman back.
Well,
but,
he never won it.
Yeah, well, that's true, I guess.
You know, he choked.
He had a
Like-
chance.
like-
Yeah.
like-
Yeah, he had a chance.
Now here we are again. Did he choke or did he get beat?
Greg Norman choked.
Yeah.
he choked.
He choked like a dog.
He did. He did. I remember that.
Yeah, he did.
You could see it all over his
Totally
face.
threw it away.
You could see it all over his face. And we act like it's easy.
Well, it is when you watch it on
Yeah,
television.
that's right. 877-377-6963. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. Cal sent a message to fans yesterday.
He did.
If you missed it, we're gonna play it for you. And don't forget, the 100-yard dash is Saturday afternoon
That's
for
so
ages
funny.
6 to 12 at the Tyson Outdoor Track.
6 to 12 in Edwards.
3 o'clock. Registration's free. And whichever one of these kids wins it, we're gonna have race Edward.
No, they'll destroy me.
Edward's got the winner.
It's the same age gap between me and the 12-year-old as it is me and Bart. Yeah. So
well,
there's fast
I
old
wouldn't feel
guys.
very confident.
They're not in this room, but there are some fast old guys.
I think I could have beat you like 2 years ago.
That's fair.
Yeah, but I
That's
don't really
totally
like- I don't
unfair.
like
It
running
never would have
anymore.
happened.
Yeah, you don't think so?
Not 2 years ago.
I don't know, Chuck. I was back.
Those were my half marathon days.
I was really fast, Chuck.
Well, half marathon. He wasn't geared up for a sprint back then. The way you were.
Who would win Who would win a dunk contest between Edward and Bart?
Anybody?
Well, Bart has dunked once, so probably Bart.
On a 10-foot goal?
One time.
Nobody has ever dunked just once. But Bart claims that.
With an actual
I hate you guys
regulation
so much.
size basketball, you dunked on a 10-foot goal? I got to call. You did not.
It's 6:47. Good morning, Chuck and Bo Show.
Not relitigating.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, well, congratulations, Coach. I made some good calls today. You sure did. You sure did.
Hey, it's Bo Mattingly, and McDonald Eye Associates is my one-stop for any vision need. The progressives they have me in are a game changer, and my new sunglasses are going to be great for baseball season. McDonald Eye was the first practice in the state to perform LASIK, and they have the most experience. They also have the new vision correction options for all ages, including cataract and clear lens replacement to see your best from all distances. For your best vision, McDonald Eye is the place to go.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but at Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric, we're here to help lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Pascal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit gopascal.com today to schedule your service. Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric. Professional people, professional service. See dealer for details with approved credit. Restrictions apply.
Ready or not, it is tax season. But luckily, H&R Block is here. Whether you need expert help with your taxes or simply have a question or two, your neighborhood H&R Block is here for you. Taxes are hard, but filing with H&R Block is easy. Walk in or make an appointment and get 100% accuracy and your max refund guaranteed. Put 70 years of tax expertise to work for you. Get those taxes squared away today at H&R Block.
Hey, you can beat inflation and upgrade your ride at Chevy of Fayetteville. Right now, drive home a brand new Chevy Silverado, Blazer, Equinox EV, or the Tough 2500 with rates as low as 1.9% APR. Plus, take advantage of huge discounts and get top dollar for your trade-in. Go see Chris, Mark, and Denver at Chevy of Fayetteville, where the deals are big and the road ahead is even better. Chevy of Fayetteville. Let's drive.
At the Stonebreaker Hotel, we believe in the art of gathering, whether over a thoughtfully prepared meal or a quiet moment on Markham Hill. Start your day with breakfast classics from the all-day menu, served from 7:30 to 1. Savor shareable bites from the bar and lounge menu until 10. And let the dinner menu from 5 to 9 bring familiar flavors with a fresh twist. And for a weekend well spent, how about brunch? Rooted in connection, designed for comfort. Learn more at stonebreakerhotel.com.
I always enjoy talking about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original sports rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
Man, can you imagine if we all lived together, if we just walked into the living room at like 6 a.m. and just started talking each other's heads off? There's no good morning. I can't have my first cup of
somebody
coffee.
would get shot.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Spring has arrived, bringing warmer days, road trips, and unpredictable spring showers. That's why it's the perfect time to visit Southern Tire Mart. From top quality tires to expert service at competitive prices, we'll make sure your vehicle is ready for all your spring adventures. Visit our Fort Smith location at 9700 Highway 271 and let us prepare your ride for whatever the season brings. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. Southern Tire Mart, we keep America rolling.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
Picture it. It's a day like any other. You're stuck in traffic on Rogers Avenue during rush hour. You're just ready to get home and relax with your family. And then, just like that, your life can change in an instant, and you're going to need a lawyer to make it right. I'm Phil Votaw with Phil Votaw & Associates. If this happens to you, call me, 479-434-6200, or online at votawlaw.com. I'm Phil Votaw, and you've never met a lawyer like me.
Up to $10,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $10,000 off. Or lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer EV. With hands-free driving assistance, go 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds for as low as $800 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Good morning, gentlemen. How's that wrestling place smelling?
Smells
out
great.
Here, the Chase Center.
It smells awesome.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Did you get Brent our address, by the way? Oh, the pullover's off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Sporting the...
He's got Augusta everything on. You're wearing like $700 worth of Augusta today.
Oh, he is. That's an expensive wardrobe, Bart, sporting
sure
over there. Don't kid yourself.
It's not as expensive as you think.
Oh, well.
The Masters
if
gift
you played
shop
full
is-
price.
The Masters gift shop is notoriously like kind of, fair market value pricing.
All right. How was the line when you were there?
Very well.
Very
It
quick.
looked.
It's not an
it
hour
looked-
long line. Or
No,
anything?
I mean it looked very long, but they have efficiency down pat there, and I was like, man, I got in line. I was like, man, it's gonna be an hour before I'm in the store, and it was like 5 minutes. Like it moved so
Well,
quick.
it's because you've got men in there shopping. They know what they're going in for. They get their shirt. They get out. They don't mosey around and check all the stuff out. And, oh, isn't this nice? They don't do that.
There's a lot of moseying.
Well,
There's a lot of moseying
my
in there.
point is that you tend to. I'm going to get a shirt. I'm going to get, or in your case, a shirt and a quarter zip.
I got more than that.
But my point is that guys go in and know what they're going to buy, and they get it and get out.
What would you get?
It's overwhelming.
Well,
It is
I
kind
went to
of
the
overwhelming.
PGA Championship when it was at Southern Hills, and I stood in line there, and I think I got a couple of shirts, maybe a hat, if I remember right.
I went to that same tournament and tried to get an interview with Tiger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
Well, he just I was 5 feet from him. Tiger, could I? And he wouldn't look at me.
Yeah.
I've had two real failures in life that I'm willing to talk about at this moment.
Someday you'll need to talk about it, Bo.
That was one. That was one. The other one was the Mike Krzyzewski attempt at an interview when they had Real Deal on the Hill in Fayetteville. We walked all the way to his car, and he basically told me he didn't have time, and I said, well, we can just do it while we're walking here. And finally, after giving me like 2 or 3 excuses why it wasn't going to happen, he finally looked at me and said, this isn't happening, okay?
That's great. Hey, stop.
I was just standing down there by that door just picking off interviews.
Hey,
Roy Williams promised that he would do it when he came back.
Yeah, he never came back, did he? If he'd come back,
Yeah,
I'd have gotten
it
that
would have been
interview.
great. It would have been great. Yeah, Coach K and Tiger Woods are they're still on the docket.
We got to get to that Cal stuff in the next hour, too.
Yeah, he had a message to the fans. We talked about that, but we haven't played it for you.
No,
yet.
because
we've been playing grab butt for an hour. We'll do it. We'll do better next hour.
The doors are open, and it's a new era of elegance. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry has unveiled its stunningly redesigned 8,500 square foot showroom for an unmatched luxury experience. There's breathtaking jewelry, of course, expert service, and private viewing rooms designed for comfort. And they've got an in-house cafe with handcrafted coffee to go along with a special coffee table book celebrating Arkansas's heritage. Because it's more than jewelry, it's your story at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry.
We care a lot about supporting Arkansas businesses here on the Chuck and Bo Show, and we both like keeping our rides looking good. Splash Car Wash just became our new neighbors here in Fayetteville. They're a locally owned Arkansas business, and they've been serving the state since 1989. They're good folks, and you can get a free car wash by texting Splash Arkansas to 22322. That's Splash Arkansas to 22322.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweating 'em Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to sweatingthemcosmetic.com and click on the Sweating 'em Edge. Why don't you just kind of style it up a little bit at the game? Let's get your drip going.
Hey, I got a lot more drip than you think.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Richard Davenport on the Morning Rush is brought to you by House of Webster and Rogers.
Usually when I do have some toast, I do that apple butter. Or even a bagel, I'll throw it on the bagel.
Yeah.
When you have sodium, something that has a lot of salt, and you add some sweet, it's pretty good.
When it comes to flavor, nobody does it better than House of Webster. Locally made jams, jellies, salsas, and sauces for over 90 years.
Clark, that's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year. That it is, Edward.
Hey, Ty Richardson here at First Financial Mortgage. My mortgage lender, Ethan Adamson. Ethan, congratulations, over 300 five-star reviews.
Yeah, Ty, we pride ourselves on delivering a five-star service during the entire mortgage process.
What sets you apart from everyone else?
I think communication, how quickly we work, we get you closed on time or early. Call 479-782-9300. Weekdays 8 to 5, ffb1.com. First Financial Mortgage, in the business of you, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Digital Imaging. Are you stuck in a paper jam of printer prices? Paper cuts from budget cuts? Don't throw in the towel. Call Dixie Digital Imaging and dive into our new and used inventory blowout. We're slashing prices on top-of-the-line Xerox, Brother, and Epson printers and multifunction devices. Gently used or brand new models that are tired of being in our warehouse. Don't miss out on these deals. Call 479-783-6600 for more details. Quantities and availability are limited. Dixie Digital Imaging, bringing document innovations to the River Valley.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, lots of sunshine. Our high temperatures today will be right around the mid-70s. Could see a few showers or a few thunderstorms across the south with highs near 80. Mainly clear skies tonight, mid to upper 40s. Sunny, cooler, highs in the 60s to near 70 Friday. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Colorworks. Whether it's the weather or just life, call Andy at Colorworks Paint and Body for all your auto body repairs. Big or small, old or new, they are the choice for auto body repair. KERX Paris Fort Smith. You're listening to ESPN 95.3.
Can I go so we can get home by 2 o'clock?
Brothers Roofing and Restoration, a licensed and insured local roofing contractor in Arkansas. Since his playing days for the Hogs, Brother Alexander has been on rooftops, many years as an adjuster. and in the past decade as a roofing contractor. He knows how to help you through the insurance process while replacing your roof using only the industry's best materials. And being a lifelong Arkansan, he'll be here to stand behind his workmanship and warranty. Call 479-353-3877 to arrange a time for Brother and his team to inspect your roof.
Hey, Ty Richardson for A Cut Above Lawn and Landscaping. They service commercial and residential lawns for weed management and fertilization for a lush, healthy lawn. Need bush hogging? They do that too. A Cut Above also offers tree and limb removal. Don't forget hauling and dumpster rental as well. More than just a mowing service, they're A Cut Above. Call or text today at 479-719-5605. Lawn, landscaping, power washing, stump grinding, leaf removal, mulching, flea, tick, and mosquito control. 719-5605.
Hey, this is Dr. Cole Johnson at River Valley Smile Center. You hear my partner, Dr. Charles Liggett, at 12:15 on halftime every Monday. Dr. Liggett and I have worked at River Valley Smile Center together for 11 years now. Like the Hogs, we have a great team. Do you have a unique dental procedure, a complex dental problem, or are you just nervous about dental work? Come see me for sedation dentistry, implants, implant-supported dentures, as well as cosmetic dentistry. We are located at 8309 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith at the River Valley Smile Center. Check us out online at rivervalleysmiles.com or call 479-646-0706.
Hey, Ty Richardson, we're at Wheeler Power Sports in downtown Fort Smith. Ethan, you guys have a massive event coming up May 2nd and May the 3rd.
We will have the Kawasaki Good Times demo truck here for Kawasaki demo rides, games, and prizes. Rollin' Smoke Barbecue food truck will also be here, and on that Friday, Ruskin and Zach will report live from the event. That is the Steel Horse Rally weekend. See our Facebook page for all the details and updates.
That's Wheeler Power Sports, 901 North 11th Street in downtown Fort Smith, keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
So you just searched, what should the Chuck and Bo Show talk about today?
Yep.
I'm dead.
Number 2, Chuck Barrett's legacy after his passing.
Reflect on the late Chuck Barrett's impact on Arkansas sports broadcasting, especially poignant since his death earlier this month on February 2nd, 2025.
I'm going to take a minute to talk about my friend Chuck, who's no longer with us.
Yeah.
Chuck had a big heart.
Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to
The show of record for Razorback fans.
Driving my son to school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "Let's turn on the Chuck and Bo Show."
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still happy to see you.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
That was a really fun first half.
It really was.
We didn't
So well thought out.
get anything accomplished. We didn't really bring anything to the table. That was some world-class grab butt.
I did introduce y'all to a photo of Phil Mickelson from the Champions
he
dinner.
looks like you said it. He looks like he's spent time with Aaron Rodgers.
He does.
I have just started sending it to friends this morning and saying there it is on the live stream. I've just started texting it to friends and all I say is good morning. Send that picture with good morning.
Happy Masters Thursday.
Right. Have a transfusion. Yeah.
He really looks bad. It's happened too fast. He's lost too much weight too fast. That's what's happened.
That's just like I don't know what's happening there.
I do.
That's not the look on his face, though.
There's
that's not the look on his face.
It's on the stream for our video.
Yeah, it's not the look. The look on
What
his
does the
face.
look on his face say?
Is not I'm on the shot.
No, but what I'm saying is it's gotten away from him. It's gotten out of hand.
I don't think that's it.
It's gotten away from him. What do you think it says?
I think he put a little something in his coffee that morning.
I think he was at Circle K, right before, behind Circle K, and
Strange things are
It's like I need a little pick me up.
Evidently.
Yeah.
He looks
looks like he ate 100 milligrams of Adderall.
You take that green jacket off of him, take that white shirt and that tie away, put him in some old beat up shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a mugshot.
It's like he looks,
I mean, it is. The guy that gets dragged in at 3 a.m. and gives the fake smile for his mugshot, like he's happy to be there.
He looks
That's
like
what it looks like.
He looks like I can definitely pay attention. Just ask me anything. Eyes are just giant.
The Masters Champions dinner photo is always just like full of little fun details, like the fact that Nick Faldo, if you didn't know, is a giant.
I know his head's like disproportionately large.
He's a humongous.
I know. He looks massive.
Paul Bunyan.
Like Jethro.
He is. He's standing next to Patrick Reed and Bubba Watson, and he looks like he's 7 feet tall.
He looks like Paul Bunyan.
He does.
Paul Bunyan played golf.
His head is massive, like a size 8.
Oh my gosh, what are we doing? Let's restart the hour.
Then
Good morning.
You got Angel Cabrera over there, fresh out of prison.
Argentinian prison. Just happy to be there.
Yeah. He's aged 30 years.
What happened to him?
Some bad stuff.
Well,
he got like blacklisted by Interpol and ended up there were assault charges and it was very
stuff
very
you
bad.
only see on like a James Bond.
It's not
but
really
he's there and he's happy to be there.
He's apparently had some really bad moments.
Yeah. Wow. Wait, and paid for him.
Yes.
Yeah. I think he spent like 2 years in prison.
Yeah.
Argentinian prison.
Is he playing in the tournament?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's a past champion.
Well, I mean, I just didn't know how 2 years in prison affects your game.
Not when you're a past Masters champion. No, I mean, I don't know if it affects his game or not.
They might have rescinded the invitation.
I mean, I just visited Alcatraz, and that doesn't look good for golf.
No, it doesn't.
He won like just 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he won.
He won a senior tour event.
Yeah, he pops out of prison, wins a tour event.
Like they must have a great practice facility there.
He had a putting green in his cell.
Oh man, well, never mind where we were going to go in this segment.
The best segments are unplanned.
Yeah. You want to talk about the Masters this segment, or do you want to talk about Cal? Let's talk about Cal. Show opens. Chuck starts talking about the Masters.
Yeah, I know. We were talking a little before we started. I go, man, we ought to start with that Cal thing.
Yeah.
Now here we are. It's 7:08. We're not there yet.
Well, let's just go there.
All right, let's go there.
John
now.
Calipari sitting
Show
at his
starts
desk
now.
Sitting at it. Good morning. It's the Chuck
3,
and Bo
2,
Show.
1.
John Calipari sitting at his desk, leaving a message for fans.
This is to all Arkansas fans, supporters, people that follow this program and our athletic department. I just want to thank you. You went through the fires with us. We were 0-5, and you still believed in us. You stood behind these kids. You let them know the big games we had that we needed our fans there with us. You were always there with us. I'm here telling you that pushed us to the level we went to. Yeah, we wanted to go farther. Believe me, I'm greedy. I wanted to keep going. But when I look back and I think of the support, I think about the kids' resiliency, but I think about the support that pushed us. I'm just grateful. Really happy with the staff and what we've been able to lay out and how we've been able to do it. You'll want retention. We got it. You'll want young people because I'm not changing who I am. I'm going to continue to recruit the best freshmen in the country. They're going to have to come and perform, and they're going to have to take it maybe from some older guys. But I'm still going to prepare young people like we have. And transfers coming in, they got to be great teammates. They got to add to what we're doing. They've got to want to get better. They got to want to be that next level. Help me as I tell them you're helping us. Let's make this about each other. Thank you again. Go Hawks.
Summed it up right there.
You know, people have criticized him about the freshman approach, and you know, he's been emphatic. I'm not going to change how I've done things over the years, at least not completely. Where would this season have gone minus the emergence of Carter Knox and Billy Richmond? What would have happened? We wouldn't have been in San Francisco. We probably wouldn't have been in Providence. The road probably would have ended on the second day in Nashville. That's probably when the season would have ended, without the emergence of those two guys. So when people say you can't win with those guys, oh, yes, you can. Now, you can't win with just those guys, but you can win with those guys. And, again, I'll point to this season as a prime example. Those freshmen are a big reason Arkansas got it going.
Well, Cooper Flagg's a pretty good player.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I mean,
he can play.
And Boogie Flan, where would they have gone had he not gotten hurt?
Fair question.
So you got three freshmen that really had a significant impact on this team. And then now you're looking at potentially 3 or 4 more. I mean, anybody that – I don't hear anybody saying this really, but anybody that thinks that Acuff and Malik Thomas and potentially Ament and Seeley from Springdale, like that these guys aren't going to help the team. You go get the best players now.
That's right.
But it is a combination.
You've got to have a mix.
And you've got to have some older guys now just because of the way the transfer portal is. It's free agency every year. And by the way, he did that last year. I mean, this isn't new. He did it last year. What's new is you're going to have some retention. You've got some guys that are coming back. And so far, Boogie and Theoro have put their name in the draft. There's a chance that they could come back. I don't expect them to, but there's a chance they could. I mean, they're testing the waters. You get the evaluations, you find out where teams are on you, and then you make your decision. But it sounds like the rest of the guys that have eligibility are coming back. Last year, he brought in the number one transfer portal guy in Nelly. Nelly ended up paying off. Like it didn't look great for a while, but that ended up paying off in a pretty big way. Who's he going to get this year out of the portal? That's what's interesting is we're all just reading names or hearing names. Paul Biancardi was great yesterday. If you missed that, you can check it out on the podcast. ESPN's director of recruiting. We don't know who they're going to get yet. Nick Pringle, according to Ty's sources at Bojangles in South Carolina, right across from the stadium. I mean, I don't know who the source.
Lots of decisions are made.
But yeah,
don't kid yourself. There are
a lot of big meetings.
Used to be the Arby's.
I mean, Nick Pringle's a good player. But and I'm sure Ty has a good reason for saying that. And if they get him, that'd be great. But whomever it's going to be, here's the thing about Cal: you have full confidence that you're going to get really good players. Who's the last coach that Arkansas had that you could say that about?
Now, I don't think we should kid ourselves into believing he can get any player he wants. I mean, he's going to be in the hunt for any player he wants, but there are going to be guys that go to other places. But you're right. You know that whoever comes in is going to be a cut above what most people have.
Dave Van Horn's the other guy. Dave Van Horn,
yeah.
Dave Van Horn's going to have great players.
That's right.
Go ahead. It's Chevy of Fayetteville, Situation Room.
Bart.
Augusta's own Bart Pullman.
A tradition like no other.
The other
a
thing
walking tradition.
The other thing that's been interesting to me, just watching everything with the portal unfold, is there are still guys going into the portal.
That's right.
Like really good players. And so you've seen some guys come into the portal and you thought maybe, Arkansas should get this guy. They go somewhere else. There are really good players entering the portal every day. And
still going in.
Yeah, still going in. And so, like, you are going to get good players. Cal is going to get good players. And, look, if you don't think the coaches have intel on, like, who's going to go into the portal, you're kidding yourself.
Like, they might be waiting
Right, they might be waiting for a certain guy to go
Yeah.
ahead and officially get in the portal.
Well, I think sometimes, or at least I wonder, if some of these players out there aren't waiting for the right offer.
Well, there's
portal.
a lot of that.
And
Well, that's what Paul said yesterday.
Just as when a coach changes a job, for example, you don't hear about it until it's done. At least generally speaking, if it's really somebody good, everything's kept close to the vest until it's time to do it. I kind of think some of that's going on right now with the players.
Ament hasn't decided, the freshman, and he's 6'10" and a phenom, and Paul Biancardi, the guy I mentioned a second ago that was on the show yesterday, said he's one of those few freshman guys that can wait to see how the portal plays out and get a higher offer than maybe he would have got if he said yes now. But this negotiating that's happening, I mean, this is just unlike anything we've ever seen. Yeah. And I know it's been happening for 3 or 4 years, but not like this. Like, it's on another level. And there's a value to this year that may not exist moving forward in the way that it does now, because once the new rules are in place, you won't be able to just openly pay players $2.5 million to come to your school. I mean, some of these guys are getting $2.5 $3 million.
Some are getting more.
Like the going rate for really good players is, according to John Rothstein and others who cover college basketball, is like $2.5 to $3 million.
I read where Toppin got $4 million to stay at Texas Tech. I don't know if that's right or not.
I saw that story. I think
but
it was
I read
an
that.
On3 report.
Yeah.
What did that Darian Williams cat that killed us get to stay?
Or is
he going to the?
He's in the portal. He's in the portal and declared for the draft. So we'll see whether or not he stays in the draft process or
I'd
ends
take
up
that
committing
guy
somewhere else. Take him right here.
Jeez.
There's some good ones out there. There's a guy from Florida State that's good.
By the way, did you see the video? That the audio we played from Cal's video. Did you watch the video?
Yes.
Did you notice the amount of things on his desk?
Yeah, a lot of pictures.
A lot of pictures.
I didn't see room for anything else. It's
There
like
was
a
just pictures and a stack of books.
I think it was just like I think he has one of those like
side- a side-
L-shaped
okay.
desk situations.
But it was like
going
a
on.
shrine to everyone important to him.
Yeah. I think that's great.
Cal's got depth to him that I don't think people appreciate sometimes. You know, like they just see the guy that's the aura that is Cal.
You see the public persona.
But when you follow him on Twitter, for example, I mean, the amount of times he'll tweet condolences or, you know, somebody that meant something to him from like years ago, like some supporter at UMass. You know, I ran into these, like he'll be in Pittsburgh and he'll go see all these old guys that just like he has, it appears as though he has deep and meaningful relationships. And I don't think people from the outside, like nationally, see that or understand or appreciate that.
I can tell you just like from experience and being in Memphis at the time when he coached the Tigers, there are a lot of Memphis fans who are still kind of sour about Cal leaving. I'm kind of like, get over it. He left Memphis to go to Kentucky.
15, 20 years ago.
Literally anybody would have done that. But he has a lot of relationships with people in the Memphis community to this day. And like it just kind of speaks to who he is and the way he treats people and the way he interacts with people and the relationships he's built over the years. It's part of what makes him a great recruiter is the relationship.
No, I agree. I just think that like before he got here, okay,
1 year ago today, by the way.
That was 1 year ago today.
Yeah,
really.
It was announced. Yep.
1 year ago today. Okay.
I was wondering about that a couple of days ago.
Yeah. It's wow, a lot happened in a year.
Yeah, sure did.
But you know, if you were to ask us 2 years ago about Cal, like we were just saying, hey, do you think that guy's like a deep, meaningful guy, or you think he's transactional? You know what I mean by transactional?
Oh, yeah.
You're just you don't really have a relationship. He's the opposite of transactional.
Right.
I mean,
right.
But I don't think, and it's just interesting because I think people look at his persona, this aura about him, and they don't realize that. Also, I saw a tweet that was a joke, which a lot of tweets, you got to be, you know, on social media, if you're like disseminating information and sharing it with others, you got to really watch it because it
might be fake.
Well, yeah, or people are just making a joke. They think they're being funny. Mm-hmm. But there was one yesterday that Cal was leaving for the Denver Nuggets job. Like Cal, or he was a serious candidate for the Denver Nuggets job. And it was a fake thing. It wasn't real, and there's nothing true about it. But it made me ponder for a moment. How would you feel if that were true?
Well, you'd be upset.
I mean, I think, but when they were 0-5, what were you saying? If Cal said today, guys, this has been, I wouldn't do it for any other job, but I just got to take this NBA job. I got to try it one more time in the NBA. I think people would be like devastated. And that tells you that kind of how you feel about that question tells you where you authentically are with him.
I think people would be devastated. Well, I mean, it's not going to happen. I mean, it's a total hypothetical. Yeah. But, yeah, no, people would be devastated. They'd be mad as hell,
Put
too.
it on the poll.
They'd be really mad, too. They'd be more mad than devastated.
Have fake Bart put it on the poll. We got to take a break. 7:19, it's the Chuck and Bo Show. Glad you're here. Good morning. Can we just say, for all of you who get up early in the morning and you work so hard, man, we're glad you're here. We're just really appreciating all the work you do to make Arkansas better.
You talking to me?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
I always enjoy talking about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original sports rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
Now is the time to join Hogs Plus, the Netflix for Razorback fans.
Arkansas wins it. Here they come.
Documentaries, exclusive interviews,
people everywhere, and then next thing you know, it's just everybody's packed.
Insider access, and an incredible library of films.
Arkansas leads it by 3.
A membership like no other.
I don't think it gets any better than this.
So you're giving me goosebumps now.
Start your free trial today at hogsplus.com.
If you're having issues with your gutters or drainage around the house, you need to call Hog Trough Gutters. They're locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience. Seamless gutters made on site, trenching and French drains. Plus, they're fully licensed and insured, and every job comes with a 20-year guarantee. Hog Trough Gutters services all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Log on to their website, hoggutters.com, to find out more. That's hog, Gutters.com. Today's been it's been a strange day.
Yeah, we've had some struggles here and there. Let's just be blunt. Can we be blunt?
Well, it's 50-50 at best.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
In Arkansas, 7 out of every $10 placed on a sporting bet app is with Bet Saracen, because Bet Saracen offers more ways to win and more ways to get paid, and faster. Find your winners on Bet Saracen and look for my R prop bet specials. I pick them and you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. For a successful stint in the great outdoors, pack accordingly. Place heavy essentials near your spine for stability in rough terrain, with light items near the bottom. Now, you may be wondering, where does the Bush Light go? In your stomach. Head for the mountains. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023, Anheuser-Busch, Bush Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It's a tough time. Injured, and it was not your fault. Hurts in the pocketbook, too. Who do you turn to? Don't call a lawyer and find they're out of state, or talk with someone at a call center. Call us at the Brad Hendricks Law Firm and talk to a real Arkansas lawyer directly. And remember, the only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. We'll work hard for you. Have for over 30 years. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
Hey, it's Matt Jones. Join me, Phil, and Dr. Charles Liggett every Monday at 12:15 for my favorite segment, 3 Up, 3 Down.
Well, my first up is hog baseball. Parker Coyle with the immaculate inning. I read that it was 3 times more common to have a no-hitter than an immaculate inning.
I'm a patient there, and you can be too. 3 Up, 3 Down is presented by River Valley Smile Center. Visit rivervalleysmiles.com or give them a call at 479-646-0706. That's River Valley Smile Center. When you come here, you become family.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
How many times have you said, hey, I'm playing with house money? House money never seems to be around at the end of the night. I mean, you say, hey, I'm playing with house money. Well, they always seem to get that house money back.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Justin in Fayetteville. I need Bart to go off on someone this morning. Got me fired up for the day yesterday. I need the juice. What you got, Bart?
Pick someone every day.
What you got in the Chevy at Fayetteville Situation Room?
I don't have.
Who's on the hit list today?
I kind of took care of that yesterday.
Yeah.
Don't really want to go back there unless
we've besmirched Phil Mickelson today, but not exactly opened up a full can.
Did Bart treated him like the working class?
Yeah. Well, if there was ever a bougie place to be, it's Augusta National.
Sterling's in Center Ridge. Sterling, good morning.
Hey guys, you got a problem with John Neighbors? You feel like taking him out today, Bart?
Well,
He's next.
We'll
You're next, pal.
Yeah. Get in line. we haven't gotten down there yet.
Guys, this baseball team, and what I love about this team, I like being in a position where you're the big dog, and I'm not just talking about the number one ranking. I'm talking about the last decade and a half. We only had that 1 year where we lost the last, I think, 13 or 14 games and missed the tournament. Others than that blip, we've been going to Omaha every other year, been consistently hosting. Even though we haven't made out of the regionals the last 2 years, we was in position to the road to Omaha. You had to go through Fayetteville. We didn't have to leave the comforts of Baum Stadium, and it's just nice to walk around and being a big dog in one of the three major sports. And for me, baseball is akin to basketball and football. For me, I know a lot of people.
In our league, it's a big deal. Not in every conference, but in ours, it is.
Yeah, and with the addition, and now with the addition of Oklahoma and Texas, two very good baseball programs, by the way. Now everybody goes to Hoover, and it looks like as of right now that we will be a top 4 seed. I know there's a lot of baseball left to be played, but if you're a top 4 seed, now there's no reason not to win the SEC tournament. You didn't want to overload your pitching staff, but now, just 3 games, max. It's single elimination tournament, just like basketball. So, and if you one of those lower seeds to try to get that automatic bid, you got to win 5. You got to do what you got to do to try to win it. But now, being a higher seeded team, it's no more just we don't want to waste our pitching staff per se. You can go just play the thing like a normal weekend. What do you think about that, Chuck and Bo? And y'all guys have a great day.
Thank you, Sterling. I agree with some of that. I still think that if you are in, that needs to be at the front of your mind. How are we set up for next weekend? It doesn't mean you don't try to win today, but it means perhaps that you don't start a guy that you'll start next week. I get what you're saying, from a math perspective, yes. It is, it won't be as taxing, to win the tournament, theoretically. But I'm not sure exactly how all that's going to play out. But I agree with Sterling about how it is fun when your team's the big dog. When your team's the one everybody's talking about, asking about. And we've had that in baseball. We're going to have it again in basketball. I do have to say this. I have heard the last couple of days about, I know they're ranked number 1, but, I want to see how they do in June. It's like, let's not get to the point where we take for granted our baseball team being number 1 in the country and say, but. We probably ought to be a little more appreciative than that.
That comes from being here in
this from being spoiled
before, where you're in the top 5 and you're really, really good, or you win the league and then you don't have a great postseason. But that's the nature of postseason tournaments in anything.
That's why it's a tournament. That's exactly right.
And that's you have to treat it. I think if you want to have the best experience, you've got to enjoy the whole experience in the moment. Like, the players can't be like that. They're not thinking like that. It's what's today, what's in front of me today. By the way, there's a clip that I saw posted on social from Hogs Plus. Sawyer Radler, the GM for Hogs Plus, is going to be in here later. There's some great content right now behind the scenes of baseball. Here's part of something Matt Hobbs told his pitching staff.
Been a pitching coach a long time. I can count on one hand the staffs I thought could really do it. We've had plenty of good ones. I've coached plenty of good pitchers. But I'm talking about the ones that can really do it, can get to the end and be strong at the end and be better at the end. I'm looking at it right now. Top to bottom, you have what it takes to do whatever you want to do. From here to the end of the season, you get to do something awesome.
Here's one of the things that I believe has happened with the baseball program. They've gotten better players. It's like every year they just keep getting better players. And I've had the opportunity to talk to a lot of these guys doing hog pods down there. Yesterday it was Charles Davelin. Another amazing dude, just a good person that's also supremely talented. And, like, in the interview, I was rattling off his stats, and I was like 10 home runs, and they stopped me, and they're like, no, he hit another one last night. It's 11. I mean, it's like what's going on is crazy. But they've built, like, the experience of Van Horn being here all these years, Chuck. They've built their team to do what Sterling was talking about. Like, they built a pitching staff with the idea of you got to make it through the postseason. They built a lineup with the idea of you got to make it through the entire season and the postseason. Like, they are built. There's no guarantee. But, like, anytime you build something, like a business, a program, whatever, your foundation is what everything is going to go up on. And the foundation of the program and the way they've built it is all you can ask for to have the shot at the end. They have that.
Oh, they're a team that they'll be, they're in the hunt. I mean, there's no question about that. I think they're more of a complete team this year than they were last year. This is potentially the most complete team that they've had. This is a potential national championship team. And I'm not saying anything to put pressure because they know it. I mean, Hobbs basically just said it. We were talking a little bit ago off the air, and it's so true. Since 1970, by my math, that's 55 years. You've had two coaches, Norm DeBryan and Dave Van Horn. And one was the protege of the other. The culture that you're talking about, the roots are so deep. I mean, they are as deep a root as you're going to find on any redwood tree anywhere. I mean, they are there. And that's where it starts. But I can tell you, they are getting a level of player right now that, as well as they were doing 5 or 10 years ago, and they were doing really well, I'm not sure they were getting guys like this.
At least not the depth.
Right.
As many.
Right. That's exactly right. That's a better way to put it.
Hey, when you mark a moment, do it at Blakeman's. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry is all about your story and marking life's moments, your celebrations, your milestones. They're now open with the newly renovated showroom that's just incredible with a Cafe B. They've got their own coffee shop in there. I mean, it's just an experience. You got to check it out for yourself. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, it's in Rogers. They are the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks. It's more than jewelry, though. It's your story at Blakeman's. We got to hit a break. We'll come back and take calls next. Your text as well. 7:32 on the Chuck and Bo Show and at Hit That Line Now and the Hit That Line Now app.
I'm not telling you that everything's great. I'm also not willing to say everything's terrible.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
At the Stonebreaker Hotel, we believe in the art of gathering, whether over a thoughtfully prepared meal or a quiet moment on Markham Hill. Start your day with breakfast classics from the all-day menu, served from 7:30 to 1. Savor shareable bites from the bar and lounge menu until 10. And let the dinner menu from 5 to 9 bring familiar flavors with a fresh twist. And for a weekend well spent, how about brunch? Rooted in connection, designed for comfort. Learn more at stonebreakerhotel.com.
We were 0-5. They put us all in the coffin. They just didn't put the nails in.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
On second down, the give is to Felix Jones on an end around. Jones to the 30 to 40. Jones in midfield. He may go. The 25, the 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Arkansas. Felix Jones goes 72 yards.
Listen to every Razorback football game this season right here on ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com. The Hit That Line Now app fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell.
Basketballs bounce, cheerleaders cheer, and fans are flocking to the paint store in Van Buren. The paint store in Van Buren is known for their color matching. The paint store in Van Buren is known for their help with color selection. The paint store in Van Buren shares their expert advice from 35 years of experience. If you haven't been to the paint store in Van Buren, you are missing out. How about you give them a shout next time you need some real-life help you can't get on YouTube?
It's Ty Richardson with owner and operator Cecil Gardner with Jazzco Graphics, now 17 years in the industry. Cecil, this is the one-stop shop.
Yes, Jazzco Graphics Design, the one-stop shop, 2415 Midland, for your customer buck order.
Why ESPN 95.3?
I really enjoy listening in, and it keeps my day going while I'm at work. Jazzco Graphics Design, 2415 Midland. It's on the corner of Midland and Kelly. Jazzco Graphics, the one-stop shop.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
The Crane Team is your home for all your automotive needs in the River Valley. With 2 big Crane, Kia, and Hyundai locations in Fort Smith, the Crane Team has the perfect vehicle for you. From pickup and delivery to service after the sale, plus our famous huge Crane Cash discounts. The Crane Team simply can't be beat. Shop Arkansas's largest selection of Kia Tellurides, Hyundai Palisades, Sorrentos, Tucsons, and more. Visit us today or shop online at craneteam.com.
Since 1992, the Inn at the Mill has welcomed guests to experience the most unique place to stay when visiting Northwest Arkansas. Centrally located at the Johnson exit off I-49, the Inn at the Mill has established a rich tradition of comfort, convenience, and value. Whether it's the big game, business travel, a trip to Crystal Bridges, or a weekend getaway that brings you to Northwest Arkansas, the Inn at the Mill has a spacious room with ample space to spread out. And when I'm there on business, I appreciate the fast, free internet to keep me connected to work, and the laid-back European-style breakfast to start the day. Experience unique and different at the Inn at the Mill, just off I-49 at the Johnson exit. Call 479-443-1800 to make your reservation. That's 479-443-1800 or visit innatthemill.com. The Inn at the Mill, where the past meets the present.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Wow, the text line's on fire.
Now, there's a difference between fire and burning to the ground. I mean, there's a difference. And we've straddled the line, but there is fire involved.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It's National Siblings Day, so let your sibling know that you love them. Because you probably don't talk to them very often. Probably need to, hey.
Text.
Hey. National Siblings Day. Just hadn't talked to you in a year.
My brother's in Jamaica. I'm not bothering him today.
Yeah, well, that's fair.
And he does not want you to bother.
I mean, some
him.
siblings are close, like you and your brother. You guys talk fairly often.
Yeah.
Not
Except when
everybody.
he's in Jamaica.
Not everybody does. Well, that's just a sign of respect, right
That's
there.
right. It is.
David's in.
I'll see him next weekend. It's fine.
David is in Huntsville. We were talking about Arkansas baseball a moment ago. Why not? They're the unanimous #1, headed to Georgia for a weekend series on the road. Another tall task. David, good morning. David is still in Huntsville, but I don't know if he's with us.
Yeah.
David? All right. Let's try Rod, who is on I-40.
Rod's there. I know Rod's there.
Rod, good morning.
God, what is going on in
I'll tell you, it's like
Jeez.
Texas A&M's running the phone lines today.
In the world?
All the A&M grads are out. Brandel Chambly was on a podcast. I don't know whose podcast this is. Can we give
Barstool?
Barstool. I heard Phil play some of this yesterday. There are apparently some words and phrases you can't say at Augusta National if you're on the broadcast.
They have their own language.
You're encouraged not to.
Well, they'll fire you if you do. It's one of those. Yeah, you're encouraged, and the encouragement is if you do it, you're not gonna be part of our broadcast.
Well, what is it? It's just really highbrow.
It is.
It's bougie.
Some of the stuff goes over the top.
Yeah.
I mean, some of it's really silly.
Like, okay, let's just listen to some of these things.
There are things you shouldn't say. Fan is a big one. In their eyes, it's short for fanatical, and they don't want to refer to the people that are out there as being fanatical. That's why you hear people say patron. You don't say driving range. It's a tournament practice facility. You could probably get away with back nine. The saying is the Masters doesn't begin till the back nine on Sunday. But if you said back nine on the air, you would get reprimanded. You'd get a little, because it's the second nine. You don't want somebody to say he's playing the backside really well. Because back nine's close to backside, and backside is just far too colloquial. Somebody famously said, what's giving him problems here is the wind from his backside. If you go to the live telecast, it very much has that front porch, sweet tea, talking to your grandmother feel to it. And that is by design. Think about the putt on 17. Maybe, yes, sir. What you don't want is, it looks good, it's going to go down, it's going to break left, it's in the hole, Jack. Jim Nantz, maybe a few more words, but it was the bear has come out of hibernation. You get these great calls by Jim Nantz and Vern Lundquist, and back then it was Ben Wright, and they're judicious in their word choice, and it's softer, it's slower, and it's more reverent, and I think that's a big part of the reason why it's the best golf tournament of the year, I would argue.
I mean,
don't say fans.
A lot of patrons.
Well, that's the secret for Jim
Sand Trap. You don't hear that?
The whole secret for Jim Nantz keeping that gig for as long as he wants is he says all those things the way the Masters people want him to say it. And I'm not being cynical. I'm not saying that's bad.
He's great.
I'm just saying that's the secret to his staying power is the way he articulates their language. Now, some of that stuff goes way over the top. Some of it's silly, but that's how they do it.
Yeah, there's a lot there that you could talk about.
Bart, did you know all those by heart?
Augusta National.
No, not all of them. What I know is I think Brandel Chambly got a letter from Augusta National after that podcast.
Might have.
appearance.
Might have.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah. Let's take a moment. See, this is where Jim's voice comes in.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like a Masters update?
Oh, please.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
While we have the music.
Say it in a reverent way. So I'm not merely a fan.
Trees of Augusta,
Tiger this morning arrived. And there's Tiger Woods arriving for his 2:04 tee time.
It's John Daly.
There's a three-way tie.
John Daly at Hooters.
Atop the leaderboard. Davis Riley, Michael Kim, and Johnny Vegas.
Wow, Johnny
all
Vegas.
tied for the lead at 1 under early.
There's the legendary Jack Nicklaus. Ceremonial first shot this morning. So good to see him.
Mike Weir,
in the
even
Butler
par.
cabin. Rod is on I-40.
Danny Willett, even par.
Rod, good morning.
Morning, guys. Golf, huh?
Well, it's not golf. It's the Masters.
Well, all I know about golf is it's in the hole, Bill Murray, Caddyshack.
That's right.
There you go. That's the working man golf right there. Adam Sandler.
Yeah, that and Adam Sandler.
Happy Gilmore.
But, yeah. Well, you wasn't happy, but timing's everything. I want you guys to compare the 2018 team to the 2025 team because it's been 7 years since, I got stunned on that catch that wasn't at the end of that game. That was, heartbreaking.
Yeah.
All right,
well, that
thanks,
was tough.
It's
right there.
It's hard to compare teams. This team's got a lot of talent. That team had a lot of talent. I think this team might have more talent.
I think it does.
Maybe deeper. But baseball is such a game of streaks. You play well for a couple of weeks, and then the really hot streaks generally last 2 to 3 weeks. Sometimes the really bad streaks can last a couple of weeks too. So a lot of it is playing well at the right time, but This is a good team.
Who was the Arkansas closer? Was it Jackson?
No, it was the left-hander. Starts with a
Cronin.
C. Yeah,
Cronin.
Yeah, Cronin.
Who did they have on the mound when Oregon State?
Cronin.
Was it Cronin? Yeah. Okay. Cronin. And then Cops.
Cops came after that.
A couple years ago. Yeah. Well, here's my point. There's been some times where Arkansas has gotten to the College World Series where you had a couple of guys you really had to ride their back, like 2 or 3 guys. And then you had some pretty good players around them. This team is loaded with those kinds of guys. Maybe not quite as good as like a Kevin Kopps, but you got a whole bunch of pitchers that are right there or right below that level. You got a whole bunch of hitters that are right there at that level, not just, a couple. So when one's not going great, my point is you don't have to just ride 1 or 2 players in this ride. That's the difference. If you want to draw a comparison, that's what I would use.
You've got to have 1 or 2 players hit a different level if you're going to win the national championship. You have to. But your pool of those guys is much larger now than it was 5, 7, 10 years ago. Somebody's got to get hot. Every team that wins the national title, there's some player that just elevates. That's usually the guy that wins the MVP of the tournament. But the pool, the reservoir is much larger.
It's 7:46, 877-377-6963. It's Thursday. The Masters is underway. It's the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
That's the actual question. What the hell's going on around here?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling & Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
You know the sound, you know the place, and you know the time of year that means live racing at Oaklawn is coming. If your Oaklawn is playing favorites, letting it ride on long shots, or just soaking up the vibes of race day, it's time to make your plans and discover your Oaklawn. Live racing starts Friday, December 6th. Reserve seats, rooms in our hotel, or a spot in your favorite Oaklawn restaurant at oaklawn.com.
This is my Oaklawn.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Ready or not, it is tax season. But luckily, H&R Block is here. Whether you need expert help with your taxes or simply have a question or two, your neighborhood H&R Block is here for you. Taxes are hard, but filing with H&R Block is easy. Walk in or make an appointment and get 100% accuracy and your max refund guaranteed. Put 70 years of tax expertise to work for you. Get those taxes squared away today at H&R Block.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but at Paschal Air Plumbing and Electric, we're here to help lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Paschal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit GoPaschal.com today to schedule your service. Paschal Air Plumbing and Electric. Professional people, professional service. See dealer for details with approved credit. Restrictions apply.
Hey, it's Bo Mattingly, and McDonald Eye Associates is my one-stop for any vision need. The progressives they have me in are a game changer, and my new sunglasses are going to be great for baseball season. McDonald Eye was the first practice in the state to perform LASIK, and they have the most experience. They also have the new vision correction options for all ages, including cataract and clear lens replacement to see your best from all distances. For your best vision, McDonald Eye is the place to go. Chris in Fayetteville, you're on the news, weather, information station.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, we're full service, baby.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Basketballs bounce, cheerleaders cheer, and fans are flocking to the paint store in Van Buren. The paint store in Van Buren is known for their color matching. The paint store in Van Buren is known for their help with color selection. The paint store in Van Buren shares their expert advice from 35 years of experience. If you haven't been to the paint store in Van Buren, you are missing out. How about you give them a shout next time you need some real-life help you can't get on YouTube?
The Newmeyer family is a mainstay in Fort Smith, and their newest restaurant, the Whippoorwill, has so much to offer. Friday night catfish, good. Tuesday nights, kids 10 and under eat free with an adult meal purchase. Don't forget about Whippoorwill for every Hogs game with their massive projection screen. For catering options, call 479-769-2095. Newmeyer's Whippoorwill Restaurant, now a part of the Newmeyer family.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Robert.
This is Elizabeth.
And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville.
Hey, do y'all know what time it is?
It's about 2:30.
Summertime?
It's that and a whole lot more.
And no matter what's happening, the Stadium Shop has what you need.
We have the best selection for showing off your Razorback spirit while on vacation, even Razorback swim trunks.
Graduations, anniversaries, birthdays, we have what you need for your event.
And we have what you need for that trip to Omaha.
Even a new line of hard shell luggage.
Also, Omaha tees, flags, bases loaded hats, and the boppers.
And you can get them here at the Stadium Shop located at 989 South Razorback Road next to Baum Walker Stadium. Or you can check us online at those WWNs.
Dad, let me do that before you hurt yourself. He's talking about our website, shoponrazorback.com.
And if you can't reach us there, call us at 479-STADIUM.
All from the only family, alumni-owned and operated Razorback store.
South of the North Pole.
Dad, please.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
We don't get out far. And why would we? We've got everything right here in our backyard. We got McDonald's, we got Basil, we got road construction, got a city planner right over in the situation room. We got everything we need.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
We've really kind of the show's taken off, Chuck. You know, when we started the show back at the end of August, we thought we were just going to do a little show and kind of
we wondered,
talk about the Razorbacks, and then Bart decided to take us worldwide on the stream. And
Bart and Edward taking us to a whole different
level.
Kind
of all the cameras and stuff in here, and the next thing you know, I mean, we're being followed all over the world. And I don't know. People randomly will find us on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then some lady on TikTok in Kentucky. But that's another story. But we go back to the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room, and apparently we've picked up a new follower. And they, what's happening?
Well, this is a YouTube comment from Barbara from Seaverville. I'm assuming that's Seaverville, Tennessee.
Seaverville.
And she said, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah. So
and that's a great question.
We're making a difference, Chuck.
I
don't know what kind of difference, but we're making one.
Now the question now is she still there?
Yeah.
I don't see the YouTube comments and all that stuff the way you guys do.
Barbara, we're wondering
you go by
the
Babs.
same thing.
What can we call you Babs?
Babs, we're wondering the same thing. Glad you're here. Hope you'll stick around. I
ask that question every day.
Yeah, it takes a little time, but most people it grows on you.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's kind of like Yingling. Sometimes you like it right out of the gate. Sometimes you try it a second time, you're like, well, that really is good. And now's a great time to tell you that you can have a Flight by Yingling, which is a light version of Yingling. The Yingling taste, 95 calories. The next generation of light beer is a Flight by Yingling.
I'll have one today.
I liked it on the first taste.
The Masters.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't have to acquire it.
If you enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of Yingling, you will enjoy a Flight by Yingling.
Mm-hmm.
What's today's date? How many years ago on the call here for Vern and Tiger?
20 years ago today.
Well, here it comes. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow! In your life, have you seen anything like that?
Oh,
you know,
it's amazing.
He chipped it from like knee-high rough, And it took forever to get to the cup. Is that what they say in Augusta? The cup. And then
Can't say the hole.
No, you can't say lip. And it hung right on the edge, and so
Can't say hung.
Then it dropped. Yeah, no, can't say hung.
Can't say any. There's a lot of things you can't say
No,
there.
you can't. And
Can't say twosome.
No, Bart said three-way a while ago. I recoiled, but it was. That ball hung on the edge of the cup, and then it fell. And Vern said, "Have you ever in your life?" It's like, "No, I haven't."
That was amazing. That was great.
In your life, have you seen anything like that?
And the Nike swoosh on the ball, like just such a right there before
That
it
was
goes
golf's perfect moment, right there. That was golf's perfect moment. You could not have scripted it.
What could you possibly?
That's
do
what makes sports great. Pick your sport. You have moments like that you've never in your life.
The Jordan dunk from the free throw line in the dunk contest is another one. Like, wow.
That's why we're here.
That's why we love the Masters. One of the reasons.
Hey, you can beat inflation and upgrade your ride at Chevy of Fayetteville. Right now, drive home a brand new Chevy Silverado, Blazer, Equinox EV, or the Tough 2500 with rates as low as 1.9% APR. Plus, take advantage of huge discounts and get top dollar for your trade-in. Go see Chris, Mark, and Denver at Chevy of Fayetteville, where the deals are big and the road ahead is even better. Chevy of Fayetteville. Let's drive.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweatnum Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to sweatnumcosmetic.com and click on the Sweatnum Edge.
I always enjoy talking about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original sports rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. And every Wednesday is Wine Down Wednesday. 15% off every bottle of wine in the store, even if it's already on sale. But when it comes to selection, amazing prices, and unbeatable customer service, Macadoodles and Guess Who in Bentonville is second to none. Wine, beer, and spirits. Stock up for your next party, or just stop by and grab your favorite. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Particularly in the South, I'm not sure there's a title that carries more weight than coach. Maybe preacher.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Road Chevrolet and the Van Buren Boys and Girls Club are teaming up to make this Saturday a day to remember. Starting at 10, be there for cornhole games. You can shoot hoops. Plus, come by and see former Van Buren and Razorback standout Matt Jones. Be there as Road Chevrolet launches sales tax paid on select 2024 and 25 models, plus a chance to win $500 off any vehicle purchased. With every vehicle sold, Rhodes is donating a portion of the proceeds to the Van Buren Boys and Girls Club. Road Chevrolet this Saturday, 10 a.m. for fun, games, hot dogs, and big savings. 2800 Alma Highway, Van Buren. Road Chevrolet. See dealer for details.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, lots of sunshine. Our high temperatures today will be right around the mid-70s. Could see a few showers or a few thunderstorms across the south with highs near 80. Mainly clear skies tonight, mid to upper 40s. Sunny, cooler, highs in the 60s to near 70 Friday. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Colorworks. Whether it's the weather or just life, call Andy at Colorworks Paint and Body for all your auto body repairs. Big or small, old or new, they are the choice for auto body repair.
Hey, Ty Richardson for A Cut Above Lawn and Landscaping. They service commercial and residential lawns for weed management and fertilization for a lush, healthy lawn. Need bush hogging? They do that too. A Cut Above also offers tree and limb removal. Don't forget hauling and dumpster rental as well. More than just a mowing service, they're A Cut Above. Call or text today at 479-719-5605. Lawn, landscaping, power washing, stump grinding, leaf removal, mulching, flea tick, and mosquito control. 719-5605. Hey, Ty Richardson, we're at Wheeler Power Sports in downtown Fort Smith. Ethan, you guys have a massive event coming up May 2nd and May the 3rd.
We will have the Kawasaki Good Times demo truck here for Kawasaki demo rides, games, and prizes. Rollin' Smoke Barbecue food truck will also be here, and on that Friday, Ruskin and Zach will report live from the event. That is the Steel Horse Rally weekend. See our Facebook page for all the details and updates.
That's Wheeler Power Sports, 901 North 11th Street in downtown Fort Smith, keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
KERX Paris Fort Smith.
There it is, a win for the ages.
The worldwide leader in sports, ESPN 95.3.
Hey, Ty Richardson for Jam Mart. Jam Mart is always trying to save you money, and that's why they partner with Valero. Hook up your checking account to the Valero Pay Plus app, and you'll get 10 cents off a gallon, plus other special deals on holidays and more. Jam Mart and Valero, passing on the savings to you. Now available at the 3 Fort Smith Valero Jam Mart locations. And stop by any of the 6 Jam Mart locations in the area. Jam Mart, the leading gas station and convenience store in the region.
Doctors, nurses, and other medical professionals are just people. They've got their lives and families same as you and me. But what happens when big hospitals and insurance companies ask too much of them and make them work too many hours without enough help? You can only stretch something so far before it breaks and people get hurt or even die. That's where I come in. If the healthcare system in our area has hurt you or someone you love, call me. Together, let's make them do healthcare better. I'm Phil Votaw, and you've never met a lawyer like me.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
It's not just the flavors that keep you coming back to the House of Webster. It's a tradition. For over 90 years, our family-owned company has been making jams, jellies, salsas, barbecue sauce, and many more treats that make your meals come to life. From the first jar to the last spoonful, you'll taste the quality in every bite. Please visit our gift shop located at 1013 North 2nd Street, downtown Rogers. We want you to sample the great taste of life. Visit us at houseofwebster.com. House of Webster. See you soon.
Delicious jams and jellies.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
You know, that's a good phrase. I've heard it all my life. Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. And, I've heard that since childhood.
Pee on my leg and tell me it's raining.
You can pee on my leg.
That's a
just
good
don't tell me it's raining.
That's a good.
How about don't pee on my leg at all?
I would rather you tell me it's raining than.
Like, I'm not sure I like the phrase,
but it is an old, well-worn phrase.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
I mean,
the Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this much.
Stop! I'm done.
You said a lot of good things.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
Do you mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to
the show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Casual Bart. He's just leaning in the doorway.
Sawyer's come in and commandeered Bart's chair. So Bart's like standing at the first tee box over there like he's leaning against a tree.
He's like a coach.
Oh, yeah.
Just leaning up against the wall with sipping a cup of coffee. Are you a scout? Like just observe with all his master stuff
he
on.
He looks like a patron.
I mean, it's
not a fan, a patron.
Look at him over there.
Yeah, just beaming.
Hey, Sawyer.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Sawyer
Rattler, everybody.
Bart can watch the Masters for a segment or two.
Hey, I was listening to one of the other shows yesterday, and
Yes.
Clay Henry was on.
Okay.
And they were asking him if he would ever read rap lyrics on their show, and he said, "I'd probably save that for the morning." And then he said, "You know, Bart would do all that." And then he said, "No, actually, Sawyer, that was his brainchild." And Sawyer, not to offend anybody or take any credit away from anybody else, but Sawyer was really the brains behind that whole operation.
And now he's gone.
Yeah.
Well, Bo, I think you were the one that came up with that segment, so I don't.
Well, that's
think,
why I brought it up. I
you.
wasn't going to take the credit. I wanted you to give me the credit.
Yeah, you
know.
deserve the credit for that segment.
Yeah.
That's what you're
But
supposed
I think
to
what
say.
Clay was doing is he was purposefully not giving me credit because I didn't. I failed to give him credit on time for the Cam Koziel
He
gem.
does.
Cam Koziel is legendary. Like he's going to be legendary.
Well-
Clay's convinced of it, and
He is. He's told me.
yeah. And we just jumped on Clay's suggestion and ran with it. But there's a lot to that. But yesterday he straight ripped it from me, just right out of my grip, the rap lyrics, and gave you all the credit.
Has he done that in years since we had the old Sports Talk show? Probably not.
Yeah, he did it once on
He
this
has.
show.
Maybe
We're
he
going to
has,
do it
right?
again.
Okay, we got to bring do that more.
Yeah, we got to.
Once we get past this great Cam Koziel credit controversy, maybe we can get back to business. Oh, my God. Bunch of babies? Are you kidding me? Do the damn story and shut up.
So,
Thank you, Chuck. Thank you.
So, we were.
There it is.
Chuck's going fishing tomorrow.
With Clay? Enjoy that.
I'm leaving town. Clay's taking me fishing. He's never invited me back. That's on me. It's not on Clay. I was a bad guest.
But you were also a different kind of fishing. You were fly fishing?
I was fly fishing. And then we went boat fishing because he knew I was like bored stiff.
And now you're going bass fishing.
No, crappie.
Crappie, that's right.
Yeah, springtime.
He's
Crappie
excited.
fishing.
He couldn't go to sleep last night. He was so excited.
Tomorrow night I will eat the fish that I've caught during the day. It'll be a feast.
Are you going to post it on social media? We get a picture?
Well, I love to do that, Sawyer.
Well, I was impressed. I saw the selfie video after this.
Everybody was
Sweet
surprised
16
by that.
birth.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to get in the way of your conversation. I just
It's all good.
You if you get Snapchat, that would be the way to just kind of start a snap story on your crappie. Like you could start the day with your catch, and then you could end the day with your meal, and we'd all follow that.
So if I just send one big piece of raw video, can Edward make that happen?
Well, I mean he can, but I don't know that if he wants to mess with all.
Well,
that.
I mean I understand.
Get a little video of catching fish.
Send as much as he wants. Chuck.
The problem is I don't know how to do it, or of course I would do it.
Just hit record on your phone.
Yeah. Well, I did the
I
thing from
know.
San Francisco.
So you do know how to
at the behest of Edward.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about it. I was just walking through the arena.
That walk and talk Chuck did out of the.
And Edward goes, record something, and I go, I'll just do it now.
Yeah, it was
Get
awesome.
him off my back.
Well
It was
done.
awesome.
Well done, Edward.
One of the
Hundreds
highest,
of thousands of views.
one of the highest performing videos in the history of our country.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
many people say that it's as watched the videos there's ever been.
Yeah, and in China.
Yeah.
I mean, it was something. Anyhow, Sawyer Radler, GM,
Yeah, sorry, Sawyer.
Hogs
That's okay.
Plus,
Good.
a longtime friend of the show, brains behind the show, the operation. Sawyer was a longtime director, producer for the old show that we had, Sports Talk, which is still on the side of the building. I noticed this morning.
I noticed that.
It's funny. Anyhow,
When's Chuck and Bo going out?
Well,
Get that out there.
it's not in the budget
Yeah.
yet.
Okay.
It's not in the budget yet. We're going to see if
on the
Tommy
screen.
Kraft can trade something out and get us set up there.
We know a sign place we can trade something out.
Well, that's
with?
why we'll talk to Tommy.
Neon?
Yeah, we'll talk to Tommy.
I
We'll
like
see-
neon.
See what we can do there. So what's going on at Hogs Plus?
Man,
Yeah,
we've
baseball
had-
stuff.
We just obviously basketball ended. We flipped in. We're heavy in baseball right now. Bo's been a part of a couple things we've done. The Cam Koziel pod was. If you haven't listened to it yet, highly recommend it. A couple funny moments. I brought a moment if we have time to play it that I wanted to at least talk about because Bo. Yeah, okay. You want to play it now?
Yeah,
let's play this.
Does it need a setup or you want me to
I
just
can
play
set
it?
it up. I felt like this was kind of a backhanded compliment from Bo that I just wanted to play. It actually didn't make it in the audio version, only in the Hogs Plus version on the site. Sometimes we
Uncut.
save some stuff for the
Wow.
Hogs Plus members. But yeah, Bo is kind of with how interesting Cam is. Just kind of phrase the question this way, and you can play it.
I listen to you talk, and I just think, man, so what's your life look like? I mean, it sounds like you're not a big gamer, like, I don't know, you have much of a social life because you like to fish, you journal, you play baseball, which is a lot of time spent, and you go to school. And so, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It doesn't sound like you got a lot of dates.
No, I do. I do have a wonderful
Social.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
I have a wonderful girlfriend.
Okay, so that's okay.
Her name's Natalie.
Well,
she likes that I journal.
Yeah.
Sometimes she doesn't like it because then I don't talk to her. I just talk to my journal. She gets all mad at me, but it is what it is.
Yeah, those baseball players never have any girlfriends.
yeah, it's hard. I just like that made me laugh in the room with Bo, and I was like, oh yeah, we got to bring that. It doesn't sound like you have many dates.
Yeah. Well, I was just in the moment.
You were.
Like, he's so interesting. Like, he just, for his age, you don't, like, anybody.
Yep.
But especially at his age. I mean, what he spends his time doing and how thoughtful he is and how well-rounded he seems to be.
Good kid.
Yeah, I'm like, would you, like, I was just curious, what's the rest of your life like? And he's like, yeah, I just told you about my entire life. Like, that's what I journal. I mean, how many people do you know that journal every day?
Yeah, no,
like,
it's hard. I've attempted to it, like in the morning, but it's hard to stay consistent.
And I think that's just part of his process. Anyhow, getting to know these guys is
it's been cool. So like I said, we flipped the script, hung out with Cam a lot. Bo went fishing with him in Lake Norm, the beautiful Lake Norm.
Did you catch anything?
No,
I watched.
He watched.
Oh,
Bo
it was right after a storm. It wasn't it wasn't good for fishing.
No,
but we needed the video.
And then we got to hang out with Zach Root quite a bit this past weekend. He's got a really interesting story. Got to sit down. We released a follow episode last night, pretty extensive episode just on his journey here. Talked to Matt Hobbs. He's an interesting cat, left-handed pitcher, which most left-handed pitchers are kind of unique cats. Son of two physical therapists, and he has an extensive pregame.
I was going to say, I bet he knows how to stretch.
He does. Yeah, he's into that. So you get to see some of that, and then we actually. We got to be in a pitchers meeting again with Matt Hobbs. And Hobbs, we put a clip out on social last night, and I have it here if you want to play
played it.
We
you
played
did?
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talking to the pitching staff.
Yeah, just about how good this staff is. And,
one of the top 5 he's ever had.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, and it's because you do good. You guys get to see so much behind the scenes. Sometimes when you're behind the scenes with a team, you see a bunch of stuff that you wish you hadn't seen. Sometimes you see things that, I can't wait to tell somebody about this, but I can't because it's not good. I wonder with this team.
Yeah.
What's it like behind the scenes when the camera's off? Is it the way that we think it is?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. With Coach Van Horn teams, I think it usually always is. I mean, there's different years. This year, I love the blue collar. I mean, it really is a blue collar mindset, and they've recruited a couple guys this year that I love. So I would say yes. But that's not always the case, and in previous years.
Well, you know what? Well, I'm not just talking about the baseball team.
Yeah.
I'm talking about any team. Sometimes there will be things happen behind the scenes, like we got to make sure we don't show that. Just the emotion of everyday life comes into play, and I'm not saying it doesn't there either. But my impression is what you see is what you get.
Yeah,
that's my impression.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think that's accurate.
It is accurate.
I would also ask this because. When you're doing these behind the scenes things, you can't. It's like when you try to take a picture of this amazing thing you see, and you look at the picture you take in your phone, and it's not the same. Like what it looks like
every time I take a selfie. You mean like that?
Exactly. No, you're like, wow, look at that scenic mountain there, and you take a picture, and it just looks like another mountain. But like while you're there in person, it's like wild. Well, when you're shooting behind the scenes. There's a lot of things that your eyes see that the cameras don't capture. What are some things that you notice being around that baseball program right now? Just behind the scenes and walking around the building all the time. That you pick up that you're walking from here to there to go shoot something and you just walk by these guys and you notice
the first thing that pops in my mind, and we haven't got this story yet, and Bo, when you walk in the locker room, there's these Polaroids that they are collecting. And I haven't, and we're going to get this story, right? We actually passed it when you got the fishing pole. And I don't know if this is what you're looking for in the answer, but it's something that I've noticed that we're going to find out. But they keep adding these little Polaroid, I don't know really what they are. I haven't had taken a real in-depth look at it, but they're building out this big Polaroid wall. And I don't know if it's from each week and each game, but we will, at Hogs Plus, figure out what that is.
Actual Polaroid pictures.
Yeah, they're not like, they come from a Polaroid camera. So they must have a camera they're taking around. And then they're posting these, or one player has it. I don't know what the story is yet, but it's something that you see. They're like, oh shoot, we need to find out what that is, and that's what's fun. That's what I love about the job.
One of the things I noticed when we were over there the other day is just how they're all hanging out all the time. Yeah. Like it's just like we're talking about Cam Kojal not doing anything else besides fishing behind the right field wall, journaling and playing baseball, like almost literally. And all of these guys, it's their whole life.
It's their frat house.
And they love it. Yeah.
That's their frat house.
And it's not bad. It's not like a bad, but they love being around each other. They hang. It's just like what you do. Yeah. That's exactly right. It's their whole.
I'm not saying they're having keggers over there, but it's it's a gathering place.
I did see Matt Hobbs was doing a keg stand on the mound in the bullpen while we were there. That's not going to make it in the show. No. That's one of those things you're talking about, Chuck.
That one got cut.
Hey, I'm just kidding. Quit texting the show. It was a joke. What's that guy's name? Daniel. Stop it. Anyhow.
I do want to thank Matt Hobbs. He goes over the top for us and allows us to have extreme access.
They're all
especially
great.
with the pitchers, and he does take. I mean,
have you noticed how when you're good, they don't care who watches? Coach Richardson was this way in basketball. If the team they were playing that night, if their coach wanted to come in and watch shoot around, come on, you still got to stop us.
Yeah.
That's just always been an observation of mine. When you're good, when you're good, you don't care who comes around.
You're right.
Got any portal updates for us?
I do not have any portal updates. No.
Anybody famous been over there lately? The basketball facility?
I have been more around baseball this week than basketball.
Got anything else you can break or share with the world here?
I do not. I got to be careful there. But no, I did want to say, big golf fan, Masters going on. Angel Cabrera is, if he were to win the Masters this week, it would be the greatest win ever.
That would be an
It would
awkward
surpass
interview
Tiger
at the
Woods'
end.
comeback.
Yeah.
How was prison?
Hey, you can't say fans, but hey, Angel, what was prison like?
Yeah. The patrons want to know.
That's right.
Yeah.
The patrons want to know.
Who's your pick to win?
It's Rory. I'm pulling for Rory.
I am too.
I think there's a lot of people pulling for him.
Yeah.
Whether he'll win or not.
I pull for Rory.
He just got to play good on Thursday. He needs a good round to start, and he'll have a good chance.
Yeah.
Because that usually doesn't happen.
Bart, who'd you pick? Well, you got Rory too. Okay.
I'm pulling for Rory. I'm not picking him. I'm just pulling for him.
All right. There you go. Sawyer Radler, Hogs Plus. That's what to watch.
You guys are awesome, man.
Thank you for letting me stop by.
You are.
You're awesome.
And
I got
the level of
great
content
team.
is that you guys are doing
it's
is
spectacular. It really is.
I mean, if you love the Razorbacks, you love like the baseball team right now. I mean, the behind the scenes series of what's going on at the games, in between the games. If you love the Razorback baseball team, you're going to love watching that.
Thanks for saying that. We try. I got a great team. Haley, Jack, Tara, and Bo, and everybody else that helps. It's fun, and we got some big film projects coming up that we're really excited about. We'll start teasing. So.
All right, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks guys.
Sawyer Radler. It's 8:17. Good morning, the Chuck and Bo Show. Glad you're here.
Bo, you said something interesting. I don't think you meant to, but when you talked about those,
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The doors are open, and it's a new era of elegance. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry has unveiled its stunningly redesigned 8,500 square foot showroom for an unmatched luxury experience. There's breathtaking jewelry, of course, expert service, and private viewing rooms designed for comfort. And they've got an in-house cafe with handcrafted coffee to go along with a special coffee table book celebrating Arkansas's heritage. Because it's more than jewelry, it's your story at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry.
We care a lot about supporting Arkansas businesses here on the Chuck and Bo Show, and we both like keeping our rides looking good. Splash Car Wash just became our new neighbors here in Fayetteville. They're a locally owned Arkansas business, and they've been serving the state since 1989. They're good folks, and you can get a free car wash by texting Splash Arkansas to 22322. That's Splash Arkansas to 22322.
Ready or not, it is tax season. But luckily, H&R Block is here. Whether you need expert help with your taxes or simply have a question or two, your neighborhood H&R Block is here for you. Taxes are hard, but filing with H&R Block is easy. Walk in or make an appointment and get 100% accuracy and your max refund guaranteed. Put 70 years of tax expertise to work for you. Get those taxes squared away today at H&R Block.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You hear that? You hear that?
Back to Safe Sports Radio.
That's special.
Hey, Ty Richardson, we're at Wheeler Power Sports in downtown Fort Smith. Ethan, you guys have a massive event coming up May 2nd and May the 3rd.
We will have the Kawasaki Good Times demo truck here for Kawasaki demo rides, games, and prizes. Rollin' Smoke Barbecue food truck will also be here, and on that Friday, Ruskin and Zach will report live from the event. That is the Steel Horse Rally weekend. See our Facebook page for all the details and updates.
That's Wheeler Power Sports, 901 North 11th Street in downtown Fort Smith, keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
Hey, this is Dr. Charlie Liggett at River Valley Smile Center. You may know me as your local dentist, but I'm a giant Hogs, Dolphins, and college baseball fan as well. Listen to me, Phil, and Matt talk about our 3 ups and downs for the weekend every Monday on halftime at 12:15. At River Valley Smile Center, we're a comprehensive dental facility that offers children's dentistry, dental implants, sedation, whitening, and much, much more. Dr. Cole Johnson, Dr. Hannah Cabe, and myself are located at 8309 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith. River Valley Smile Center. When you come here, you become family.
Hey, Ty Richardson for A Cut Above Lawn and Landscaping. They service commercial and residential lawns for weed management and fertilization for a lush, healthy lawn. Need bush hogging? They do that too. A Cut Above also offers tree and limb removal. Don't forget hauling and dumpster rental as well. More than just a mowing service, they're A Cut Above. Call or text today at 479-719-5605. Lawn, landscaping, power washing, stump grinding, leaf removal, mulching, flea tick, and mosquito control. 719-5605.
Road Chevrolet and the Van Buren Boys and Girls Club are teaming up to make this Saturday a day to remember. Starting at 10, be there for cornhole games. You can shoot hoops. Plus, come by and see former Van Buren and Razorback standout Matt Jones. Be there as Road Chevrolet launches sales tax paid on select 2024 and 25 models, plus a chance to win $500 off any vehicle purchased. With every vehicle sold, Rhodes is donating a portion of the proceeds to the Van Buren Boys and Girls Club. Road Chevrolet this Saturday, 10 a.m. for fun, games, hot dogs, and big savings. 2800 Alma Highway, Van Buren. Road Chevrolet. See dealer for details.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
On my bucket list is to be around a campfire with Chuck when he's got a couple in him, and I want to hear the stories.
I know anything I would say would be fodder for this show,
Absolutely.
and I would be made fun of.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
877-377-6963 if you want to hop in on the show here. I can't believe we're a week away from the spring game.
I know. I can't either.
I'm excited to see, a little bit of just what the offense looks like with those new receivers. It's all like I don't get much out of a spring game and you playing yourselves and all that. And they've still got a couple of players to add, I think, on defense. But as we talked about yesterday, year 2 of Petrino and Talon, I think it's going to be fun to watch.
I like watching him play. There's some guys you just like to watch play.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And I like watching Talon Green play, whether it's a running play, pass play, whatever. He's one of those that'll make me stop. If he didn't play for the Razorbacks, he'd make me stop and watch.
Let's go to the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room for What to Watch, which I think I know where Bart's going to go with this. What to Watch is brought to you by Macadoodles. Macadoodles just north of the state line. Great assortment for your next get-together, maybe a master's watch party. Maybe you want a special cocktail. Well, what's the special cocktail? Do they have one at Augusta?
It's called the Azalea.
Okay, so if you wanted to make the Azalea, you go into Macadoodles, and you just tell them that. And then they're going to help you get all the ingredients, walk you around the store, show you what you need, tell you how to do it, and then you can have that at your party, your watch party, if you have one. Or the upcoming Kentucky Derby, like a mint julep or whatever, those types of things. That's the kind of service you get at Macadoodles. The best assortment of beer, wine, and spirits, and a level of service that's unmatched. They have tasting, wine tasting, every day, open to close, 7 days a week at Macadoodles just north of the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville. And every Wednesday, Wine Down Wednesday, 15% off every bottle of wine in the store. Macadoodles, just north of the state line, and guess who in Bentonville?
You said Kentucky Derby. I can only imagine how Bart's going to be dressed that day. Are you going to come in wearing like a seersucker that day?
No, probably not.
No.
Maybe just for you, Chuck.
A nice hat, I think you should. Don't act like that's not in your closet. I know it is.
Well, I have a seersucker suit.
See, I knew it.
I'll wear the jacket for Easter. Actually.
Okay,
Great. I'll wear the jacket.
That's
for Easter.
great.
And I dress up as a jockey.
Yeah,
Yeah, a fat jockey.
That sounds good.
You must be retired.
Yeah, it's old timers day for the jockeys.
You're short enough, but you weigh too much, son. Get on a horse. Maybe get on a Clydesdale. We'll try that. See how that goes.
That's funny.
All right, what are we watching?
We're watching the Masters. I mean, that's
Is that all we're watching?
That's all we're watching. That's the whole.
We got baseball.
Okay, watch baseball.
What?
Yeah.
Give me the baseball
at 5
times.
It's 5 o'clock tomorrow night.
We're watching at 5 o'clock Central, and it's all on SEC Network Plus.
Yeah,
you got to stream it.
It's all streaming this weekend.
I'll be watching that.
Which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. They're airing Missouri, Florida on linear television, but you have to get a top 10
Somebody's gotta win.
Georgia matchup on the streaming service. These choices make no sense to me.
But
well,
that's
they're
how
made
you
in
watch
advance.
Well, I know, but it's called Pivot. It's called realize that Missouri is one of the worst baseball teams you've ever seen. So let's do something
why
different.
don't they do that?
I don't know.
And I get
don't
dark.
know.
Like this is not complicated.
Is the series in Gainesville or
they flex
Columbia?
NFL games all the time.
There's the shot that we were looking for.
There we go.
Bart's
It's the
taking a shot at
SEC
the
network
programmer.
today.
Yeah.
It's the SEC
Well,
network
no,
today.
it does. Like, tell me how this makes sense.
No, I agree with you. I
Like,
agree
what
with
are
you.
you
They
doing?
should be fired immediately.
Well, I wasn't going to go that far.
Banned from the game.
Banned from the game.
No, Missouri baseball should be banned from the diamond. We
Wow.
discussed this
You
yesterday.
think their team should just be dissolved?
I think they should be kicked out of the SEC.
If
Wow.
if we had wow.
give them to the Big Ten. Let's just offer them to the Big Ten, a peace offering.
They are more of a Big Ten type.
They are. They're a
type-
Big Ten
type
school.
Peace offering.
Yeah, I
Peace
don't know.
offering.
Like, here you go, Big Ten. You can have Missouri. Take
well,
them.
I mean, they're pretty good in football.
And by the way, Big
And they
12,
had a good basketball
You can have
year.
Texas A&M back.
You're just
we
talk-
don't want them anymore.
Oh, now we're on a different topic.
What about Texas? What about Oklahoma?
No. You see, because the SEC got Oklahoma and Texas, we don't need Missouri and Texas
I
A&M
got you.
anymore.
I got you. They were cheap substitutes to begin with.
Right, exactly.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Big 12, take your male cheerleaders. You can have them back.
How did
the
people
Colts think
feel?
it's weird.
How did the rest
Go
of the
away.
league feel about Arkansas and South Carolina when they came in? That I think would they say the same thing?
Maybe, but maybe not. I mean, I think Arkansas and South Carolina fit more of the SEC vibe than Missouri and A&M do.
What is that vibe?
Here's the thing.
Winning.
If we're being
No,
honest.
at A&M, what is the vibe?
Oh, cultish.
Yeah.
If we're being honest, A&M and Missouri were more ready for the SEC than us or South Carolina in 1992. We were not ready, and neither was South Carolina.
Not in football.
No,
Not in football.
no. Well, right. That's what I'm talking about. Is we were not ready in football. Neither was South Carolina. Missouri. I mean, when Pinkel was up there, was it their first year they went to the championship game or their second?
First or second. They went
Yeah.
back-to-back years.
Yeah. They
Won
were,
the East.
and granted, the East was down then, but they were still SEC ready. And A&M came in and passed the University of Texas, and then Texas joined the SEC, and it's like A&M was never even there.
Yeah.
It's like all those years Auburn beat Alabama 6 years in a row, and they hire Nick Saban. It's like it never even happened. I mean, Texas joins the SEC, and it's like A&M's little brother again.
If anybody should be independent, it should be A&M. Like, just go out on your own. The weird stuff they do. Like that. Did you see that news conference with the basketball coach?
They're weirdos, man.
That yell. Listen, I got to be honest, and I may offend some people here, and I don't. It's fine.
You've done it before.
Well, probably a few minutes ago. That yell stuff, that yell leader stuff, is the weirdest crap I've ever seen.
Yes.
It is strange.
It's the weirdest thing
I'll
I've
tell
ever
you what's
seen
really-
another human do.
I'll tell you what's really weird, too, is
Maybe I'm
watching them
sheltered.
practice. They practice before the games outside the stadium.
The weirdest
They-
thing I've
it
ever
is.
seen another human
if,
do.
if that was happening out front of Circle K this morning at 5:40 or whatever when you're coming in here, and you saw that happen, you would call the authorities.
Every time I see it, I'm just waiting on them to start passing out the Kool-Aid. I mean, at any point, I expect people to start drinking Kool-Aid and just falling out. I mean, it is nuts. It's true.
Well,
I'm not the only person that's thought that.
Well, I think that if you like what's going on with that yell thing that they're doing and the weirdness of that whole thing, that they could convince you to do that.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, I think that you could
I'm
be.
telling you,
yeah.
that's the next step.
If you,
that's all that's left for those people.
8:28, the Chuck and Bo Show. Back in a minute.
I don't like getting up early in the mornings. I mean, even to go duck hunting, but I do get up every morning now to listen to you guys.
That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Bo Mattingly, and McDonald Eye Associates is my one-stop for any vision need. The progressives they have me in are a game changer, and my new sunglasses are going to be great for baseball season. McDonald Eye was the first practice in the state to perform LASIK, and they have the most experience. They also have the new vision correction options for all ages, including cataract and clear lens replacement to see your best from all distances. For your best vision, McDonald Eye is the place to go. When is the last time you thought, oh, the SEC is making an announcement today, and it's going to be good for the Hogs?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Baseball in Arkansas, it's just different. The atmosphere, the fans, the hope for something greater. All that preseason noise.
Don't make it to Omaha every year. They're disappointed.
Block it out. And when those lights come on, we'll be ready. It's baseball season in Arkansas. This is our time. This is baseball.
Listen to every Razorback baseball game on ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com.
Attention business owners, are you overpaying for your website, dropping thousands up front and shelling out more than $95 a month? Stop the madness! With Modular Orange, you get a custom-built, fully managed website for just $95 a month. No hidden fees, no headaches. They write it, build it, launch it, update it, and secure it so you can focus on your business. Ditch the overpriced hassle and go simple. Visit modularorange.com today. That's modularorange.com.
Brothers Roofing and Restoration, a licensed and insured local roofing contractor in Arkansas. Since his playing days for the Hogs, Brother Alexander has been on rooftops, many years as an adjuster, and in the past decade as a roofing contractor. He knows how to help you through the insurance process while replacing your roof using only the industry's best materials. And being a lifelong Arkansan, he'll be here to stand behind his workmanship and warranty. Call 479-353-3877 to arrange a time for Brother and his team to inspect your roof.
Ty Richardson, we're live here at First Financial Mortgage. I'm here with my friend Ethan Adamson. Ethan, I know I probably texted you 100 times during this process, man. I didn't know what I was doing. Luckily, you did.
Yeah, Ty. It was always great working with you. Glad we could help you get closed. A good loan officer is someone who can answer questions after hours, before hours, and be available when you're needed. We get pre-qualifications in, get buyers pre-qualified so they can search for homes and get them closed quick. Call 479-782-9300. Weekdays 8 to 5. FFB1.com. First Financial Mortgage, in the business of you, equal housing lender.
Hey, this is Dr. Charlie Liggett with River Valley Smile Center. We dial 782-8940.
Coach Todd Holland, head baseball coach of the University of Arkansas Fort Smith Lions. I call 782-8940.
Stay cool this summer with a York high-efficiency HVAC unit. Or for more information on endless hot water and high-efficiency tankless water heaters, give us a call at 782-8940.
That's 782-8940.
It's Ty Richardson with owner and operator Cecil Gardner with Jazzco Graphics, now 17 years in the industry.
How do people see what you've made over the years, Cecil?
Google, Yahoo it, or Bing it. Jazzco Graphics Design, JAAZCO, Monday through Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And sometimes I'm here after. So if that open sign is on, I'm here. Y'all come on in. Jazzco Graphics Design, 2415 Midland. It's on the corner of Midland and Kelly. Jazzco Graphics, the one-stop shop.
Hey, this is Dr. Cole Johnson at River Valley Smile Center. You hear my partner, Dr. Charles Liggett, at 12:15 on halftime every Monday. Dr. Liggett and I have worked at River Valley Smile Center together for 11 years now. Like the Hogs, we have a great team. Do you have a unique dental procedure, a complex dental problem, or are you just nervous about dental work? Come see me for sedation dentistry, implants, implant-supported dentures, as well as cosmetic dentistry. We are located at 8309 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith at the River Valley Smile Center. Check us out online at rivervalleysmiles.com or call 479-646-0706.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell. You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I've done everything there is to do on the air. I've spun records at bars. I know how to make dry ice go out over the dance floor while you're playing a song and watch the kids go crazy. I know how to do all that.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Got a major announcement coming up later in the show. Of course, got something to say. Somebody wants to get off his chest.
Yeah.
He's feeling bad.
He is feeling bad.
Zach Gillum is the director of sports betting at Oaklawn Sports. He's joining us from the sports book this morning. And Zach, great to have you again. Happy Thursday.
Yeah, happy Thursday, guys. Happy opening round of the Masters. How y'all doing?
Well, we're just commenting on how the old guys, you can always count on them.
Bernhard Longer, baby.
Freddie Couples.
It's a rite of passage. Bernhard Longer is going to shoot a good round on Thursday at the Masters.
Freddie
You can
Couples
write it down,
right
Freddie
there.
Couples.
Yeah, that would have been a fun prop bet. Will either of those guys be in the top 10 after the first round? Who are the favorites, Zach, as we get the Masters underway? It's already underway.
Yeah, it's underway. Scotty Scheffler, your favorite. Roy McIlroy right behind him. So Scotty's at 450. McIlroy's at 6-1. Colin Morikawa, who's been a popular pick so far this week, he's at 14-1. So all these golfers are on the board. Obviously, not all of them are on the course yet, but these odds will adjust as the tournament goes on this week. So based on how they're playing, you will see these live odds go up and down. You actually see them, once we get to Sunday, you'll see them adjusting as they hit a shot. So it's a lot of fun to watch there in the Oaklawn Sports app.
Yeah, so you can actually, you don't have to start right now. You don't have to get it in before the tournament begins. The
odds change, and you bet as you
like
go.
in the first round, for example, if a guy you think is going to win doesn't have a particularly good round, but he's not out of the tournament, you might get better odds.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And, I mean, to your point, you're going to have those options for round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4. You actually can break it down, too, and go into what they call stick shooters or group betting. So then it just takes a group of players. So, for instance, today, best score round 1, we have a Scotty Scheffler, Justin Thomas, Jason Day, Keegan Bradley, Phil Mickelson, and then there's an amateur in there that's 16-1. But it just takes those 6 golfers, puts them in a group, and you're picking who's going to have the best score.
Group? It's like a mini tournament.
Is it who wins in that group?
Yeah, for that day, right?
Yeah, correct. It's just who wins in that group on that day. So you're going to want to pay attention because they have these for the tournament and for each round.
I like that.
That sounds fun. Well, Chuck will be fishing. I don't know if you'll be able to multitask.
Don't kid. I can do a lot of things at once.
What are some other fun bets at Oaklawn Sports for the Masters?
So before the tournament started, there were a lot of fun props. Will there be a playoff, top American, top amateur, top lefty in the field? So a lot of things like that. A lot of those have started to come down. You'll see them post again overnight in between rounds. But as of now, you can still get down on the head-to-heads. So the guys that are paired together today that are playing, So, for instance, coming up at 8:58, Phil Mickelson, Keegan Bradley. Phil's at plus 150, so if you think Leski's going to go out there and fire a hot round, Keegan's looked pretty good lately, so I don't know. He had that hole-in-one yesterday. Might be a kiss of death. But the head-to-heads are out there. You can take the, as you said, the outright winners. Once we get to Saturday, Sunday, and we're in the TV slot, you're going to see some live wagering that gets involved with action on the course in terms of green in regulation, fairway in regulation. Will the next hole be a birdie? So the live betting really gets granular.
That's pretty fun right there.
It's a different way to watch a tournament for sure. Zach Gillum with us, Director of Sports Betting at Oaklawn Sports. Zach, Arkansas is going into a series with Georgia this weekend. What are the latest odds on winning the College World Series, the national championship in baseball?
Well, they have now dropped down. They are top. There's 3 teams right now tied up at the top. Arkansas is one of those 3 teams. So Arkansas, LSU, Tennessee, all at 5-1 to win the whole thing. Texas, who surprisingly their odds are still a little high in my opinion. They're at 10-1, so they're that 4th choice. And then to win the SEC, Arkansas now at minus 120. They are just absolute a favorite to win that. Texas at plus 200, LSU at 3-1, Tennessee at 4-1. After that, Georgia 15-1. So those top 4 have somewhat separated themselves, but Arkansas a clear favorite.
Do we have odds on any games this weekend yet, or does that come out tomorrow with the game, or do you even do individual Arkansas games on baseball?
Yes, so we will do individual games. It's going to be, the weather really got us last week, like everyone, but the games will post typically the day of the game. So once that starting lineup's out, once the starting rotation is known, you will see those lines hit the board. And then as we get into the tournament, you'll see those menus expand. You'll see them post potentially earlier. It's also good to note it's not uncommon to see the first game of a series post before the remaining games. If there's a doubleheader, you may or may not get that second game. So there's things like that to keep in mind. College baseball, ever expanding, definitely a rapid growing segment within sports betting.
Man, Arkansas, LSU, Tennessee, 3 SEC teams, the tied favorite to win the World Series. I mean, if that's just another indication of how good this league is at the top.
Yeah.
Zach, great stuff. Thanks as always. We appreciate it. We'll talk again next week.
Thank you, Zach.
Yeah, and hey guys, unless this is just too far ahead for you, 2026 championship odds for basketball, they are out.
Oh yeah.
Duke is your favorite at 10-1. Arkansas is coming in as your co-third choice at 14-1 with about 4 or 5 other teams.
How about that?
Wow.
Co-third favorite.
Isn't
we
that
don't
amazing?
We don't even have the full roster yet.
For a team that got to the Sweet 16.
Yeah. All right, Zach. Thanks so much, man. Good
Thank
stuff.
you, Zach.
Absolutely.
Never
Y'all have a
too
great
far
weekend.
ahead. By the way, you too. Never too far ahead to look for the next year's national championship odds.
Well,
how about that?
That's pretty impressive.
Is that the Cal factor?
Sure, it is.
Yeah.
It's also the factor that everyone thinks his recruiting class, when it's all said and done, is going to be either better than everybody else's or right there with everybody else. And to your point, I mean, you don't even know who the team is yet.
Well, Oaklawn Sports right there with all the action you can have today and this weekend. The action never stops there. Download the Oaklawn Sports app in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store, and you can get in on the action. Futures, outright winners, spreads, totals, player props, game props, and live in-round wagering you could do at the Masters. New customers earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. Once you deposit, you're automatically enrolled in the promotion. You'll receive a second chance on your first bet each of your first 10 days for up to $100. So download the Oaklawn Sports app and check out all the details. Arkansas's best sports betting app. Bet with the brand you trust. Bet with Oaklawn Sports. 8:42, a major announcement from Bart coming up next, and we'll take your calls too. 877-377-6963. Can hear the show anywhere on the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Back in a minute. Good morning. Touching the hearts of Arkansans, the passive-aggressive Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
If you're having issues with your gutters or drainage around the house, you need to call Hog Trough Gutters. They're locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience. Seamless gutters made on site, trenching and French drains. Plus, they're fully licensed and insured, and every job comes with a 20-year guarantee. Hog Trough Gutters services all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Log on to their website, hoggutters.com, to find out more. That's hog, Gutters.com.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but at Paschal Air Plumbing and Electric, we're here to help lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Paschal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit GoPaschal.com today to schedule your service. Paschal Air Plumbing and Electric. Professional people, professional service. See dealer for details with approved credit. Restrictions apply.
I'm Dr. Scotty Bolding, a native Arkansan oral and maxillofacial surgeon. One of my goals is to make Arkansans healthier. If you have sleep disorder breathing, it's important to treat it properly. The standard treatment's a breathing machine called CPAP. It helps you breathe during the night. However, there are other options thanks to some truly innovative and proven technologies.
Sleep is probably God's gift of medicine that we really don't utilize enough. If you have obstructive sleep apnea, it needs to be treated. So you need to be wearing your CPAP. So if you're not wearing your CPAP, there are some potential surgical solutions that can help you that actually work today. By correcting the jaw deformities that may be causing this obstructive sleep apnea is where we focus.
Dr. Bolding at Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine works carefully with your sleep physician, determines where the underlying obstruction may be, and provides surgical solutions that open the airway, allowing you to breathe better.
Hey, give us a call, 479-755-3000, or log on to our website, precedent.com, Precedent. We'd love to help.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Flight by Yuengling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling and Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Yeah, does Chuck sleep that much? Because it just sometimes,
He's old, so when you get old, you don't really sleep as much.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sports book in America. That's because Arkansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my RR prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Since 1992, the Inn at the Mill has welcomed guests to experience the most unique place to stay when visiting Northwest Arkansas. Centrally located at the Johnson exit off I-49, the Inn at the Mill has established a rich tradition of comfort, convenience, and value. Whether it's the big game, business travel, a trip to Crystal Bridges, or a weekend getaway that brings you to Northwest Arkansas, the Inn at the Mill has a spacious room with ample space to spread out. And when I'm there on business, I appreciate the fast, free internet to keep me connected to work, and the laid-back European-style breakfast to start the day. Experience unique and different at the Inn at the Mill, just off I-49 at the Johnson exit. Call 479-443-1800 to make your reservation. That's 479-443-1800 or visit innatthemill.com. The Inn at the Mill, where the past meets the present.
Have you heard? TGI Fridays is having happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 till 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. to close with half-price drinks and $5 select appetizers, including potato skin, spinach dip, pot stickers, and much more. Plus, you can get in on 50-cent Wing Monday from 5 p.m. to close. And karaoke on Tuesdays and Thursdays starting at 8 p.m. It's all at TGI Fridays, I-540 and Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I actually found this thing on my phone that, you go in and it allows you to cancel all your subscriptions to all the stupid things you've subscribed to.
Was it liberating?
I improved my monthly budget by leaps and bounds.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
We got an issue we got to take care of here before the
I
show's
don't know.
over.
I don't know. I'm having second thoughts on this.
Well,
I don't know.
Here's the issue. We have
I'll let you handle
a couple of people who are, they're disappointed in Bart. I don't know how else to put it. One of them is demanding not only an apology, a formal apology, to
On letterhead.
the Ruskin and Zach show for your comments yesterday. And the other one is they're not asking for a formal apology, but they would really appreciate an apology.
Wow.
I'm quoting verbatim. They would really appreciate an apology.
Okay.
So do you have something to say?
Yeah.
Sure.
We go back to the Chevy Fayetteville Situation Room.
Doesn't have to be formal.
For a major announcement.
Okay. Yeah, I do apologize for absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Look, if you want to take shots
You're
at me,
apologizing
you
for
better-
not being more forceful. Is what you're saying.
Well, look, I haven't heard an apology from anybody for things that have been said about me. If you want to come at me, that's fine. But just understand that I'm gonna fire right back.
Yeah.
And
don't let those fancy clues fool you. Clothes, I mean.
And I see Jared is live commenting, and he said that's not
good enough.
Well, Jared, that's because I don't apologize
What do you think
for a
about
single
Jared?
damn thing that I say.
What do you think about Jared from Hardy?
Yeah, what do you think about Jared?
Jared's telling you you're not good enough.
Well,
So what do you think
Hardy's
about
a long
Jared?
way. Hardy's a long way away.
I feel probably the same about Jared. I think Jared is somebody who probably likes it when people make fun of other people without consequences.
Yeah.
And I think that he's clearly a supporter of that sort of behavior.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Jared, you're not welcome.
So what you're saying is, Jared, keep on waiting?
Yeah.
Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying? Keep
Yeah.
on holding
Come
your
back
breath?
tomorrow. We'll see if he changes his mind.
I won't.
We'll do it every day about this time. He's got to check in, see how you're feeling
Bart, do
today.
you do you apologize?
The other guy said he's a disgruntled ESPN listener here. Pretty sorry. Y'all have to run down.
Pretty
Those
sorry.
people, pitiful.
Well, to be fair,
I don't recall.
to be clear, I
that's-
didn't say anything about that show. I didn't say anything about one of the hosts of that show. It was directed at one singular person who has taken shots at me repeatedly.
It's hilarious.
And so
It's hilarious.
We're going to
all
deal
the
with that.
negativity, all the
We're gonna deal with that.
negativity. That's like 4 hours of negativity in the afternoon of just taking shots at all kinds of people.
Don says
regardless
stand
of
your
fact.
ground. Don says stand your ground.
Regardless of fact.
No, you're right about that.
That this moron comes in here and wants you to apologize for responding.
For standing up for myself.
For standing up for your humanity. Do you know what a philanthropist? Do you know what? Can you say philanthropist?
You just
that
did.
Bart is.
Oh, I know. He's
Jared.
a giver. He's a giver.
He's a giver.
Yeah.
His whole heart to all people. And when you come at the kindest gentleman who dresses this way for Augusta National,
I know.
I mean, the gall, the nerve, Jared, you, sir, should go to Hardee's and have a giant burger today and ask yourself, are you sorry? Look at yourself in the mirror today, Jared. Are you sorry?
Oh, the texts are just rolling.
He just
in
keeps
right
coming.
now.
He
Just
says, wish I
rolling.
would give an apology. Jared, what would you like me to apologize
This
for?
is what happens when we get on
please-
Hogville, guys.
Please tell me.
This is what happens when we get
text
down in the
call in
mud,
at
in
the
the dirt.
877-377-6963. Feel free to call in and tell us what you would like me to apologize for. For fighting back against somebody who has mocked me and made fun of me and taken shots at me, because I'm certainly not ever going to apologize for that. So if that's what you're looking for,
There we
Jared,
go.
somewhere else.
Yes.
Because you're not going to get that here. Okay? This is very simple.
I love how Bart just talks himself into a rage.
It's very simple.
Yeah, I love it. This is, listen, let's change the subject. Are the Mavs going to apologize to Luka? That's the real question. I think the Mavs should apologize.
They should
They made him
apologize
cry
to their
last
fans.
night.
They should apologize to their fans.
They made him cry last.
He comes back and hangs 45 on them, and they lose.
Yeah.
The Mavericks lose.
Yeah. He was in tears last night. Oh, a tribute. They made him cry. Made me cry watching him cry.
Really? Are you one of those people?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I cry when Bart gets unnecessarily hurt.
You think Bart could do the afternoon show?
Mean people. Yeah.
That was one of the suggestions.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good one. It'd be on CNN too. It'd be the Situation Room on CNN and ESPN Arkansas. Yeah. Well, anyhow, 1 year ago today, in other news, 1 year ago today, John Calipari was hired.
Was that a year ago today?
Well, now another texter.
Yeah.
You know, the text. What is it about the text? What is it about the text? What is it about hiding behind texts? What is it about the text line being so negative?
I'm looking.
What is it about that? Most calls aren't like that. People call, they have, and this is my problem with people when they want to be critical in general. Like, are you going to hide behind something, or are you going to be out here and actually like have the thing you want to be critical about? Do you want to talk behind somebody's back, which is the equivalent of just getting on a microphone and saying whatever with no accountability or no willingness to have the conversation? Like, if you're going to just get on a mic and rip Sam Pittman, go to a press conference and ask him a question. If you want to rip Hunter Yurachek or Cal or anybody else, like, go have the guts to go say, I think you're not very good. I don't think you're doing a very good job. What would be your response to that, sir? Like, what is it about the text that you just want to, it's the equivalent of talking behind somebody's back rather than just asking them.
It's like you're an assassin. You're firing from out of the
I don't
woods.
like, Bart, I don't like it. Chuck does, come in here and start talking and interrupted me. And I'm just kind of upset about it. Well, Bo, have you talked to Chuck about it? Well, no, then get out of my office. What Chuck thinks.
What are we doing here?
That was my passive aggressive.
I was going to say, we get a little passive aggressive here at the end of the show.
Chuck, listen, we need updates on your fishing trip.
Well, just plan on me catching a lot. And
eating all of it.
Yes. I'm not going to
catching crappie, frying crappie, eating crappie.
It's the good life.
That's the life that Chuck's going to have tomorrow. We'll be back without him.
We care a lot about supporting Arkansas businesses here on the Chuck and Bo Show, and we both like keeping our rides looking good. Splash Car Wash just became our new neighbors here in Fayetteville. They're a locally owned Arkansas business, and they've been serving the state since 1989. They're good folks, and you can get a free car wash by texting